Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for joining today on the Suave stream. So, basically, a couple things to go over. No worries, Poca. Thanks for coming anyway. Hopefully, your phone stays alive long enough. But today, it's all hackathons basically all night here. So, basically, we did some work on the Alexa Conversations Hackathon app, which was our Mad Lib tweeting app, or skill rather. We got it all the way submitted, which was awesome. And I kind of expected this, but we got booted back a bit. And so here's the email, right? So just to sort of show you all what it's like to get rejected by Alexa's test team. I'm going to mute her before this gets out of control. Basically, they actually go and test out the full skill, and we can see the reasons why they rejected it, essentially. And there's a couple reasons, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to fix those really quick. And then like the title of the stream said, we're going to switch over to a different hackathon. We're going to be sort of last minute competing in the Monday.com hackathon, which I'm actually pretty excited for. One, because it's switching up what we've been working on with Swab Keys. I still need some time to work through some of this stuff offline to sort of push forward there a little bit, and if not, we'll switch to the mobile stuff. But the Monday.com is one, it's a really cool service. I use it a lot professionally. The team I run at Voicify uses it. We use it to manage like our roadmap, some of our task planning, and we use it also as a means to communicate back and forth sort of on who's working on what, as well as sort of an outward projection of telling the rest of our customers, our partners, and everyone else what we're actually up to with the product we're building for them. So I use it a lot, and we saw that they were running a hackathon when we were actually looking at dev posts for the Alexa hackathon, and they're running one where the grand prize is a Tesla Model X or money equivalent, which, you know, if we can come out here and crush it over the next two streams, maybe we can get something out of that. But basically, they have a whole new platform for developing apps and integrations and things like that. And it seems like it's a very open-ended hackathon prompt of like any integration or app or extension or anything like that on top of Monday.com is going to work. Dan, stay out of this. The Tesla's mine. And so we're going to actually be using Voicify and a bunch of custom integrations that we're going to write in .NET. And we're going to turn Monday.com into an Alexa skill, a Google action, a chat button, and put it everywhere else conversational, where basically you'll be able to talk and make updates to your board, get information around what you're actually working on right now, and do it in a sort of account linked and authenticated way. So that's sort of the goal, I think, high level. And we can sort of figure out together what that's going to look like and what we can really build as we're sort of looking into it. I haven't spent much time other than signing up for the hackathon, which is just giving my name and email, and setting up a new Monday account that's on like a personal account. That way I don't have to touch any of my Voicify stuff. And we'll go from there. So here's what it looks like to get rejected from Amazon. Our skill called Tweetlibs, we were able to review it. Oh, wait, hold on. That's the has been submitted. Hold on. Let me pull up the actual one. That is the rejection. That's the like, hey, we're actually doing it. Where is my, here we go. Let me pop this out for you all. Come on. Where did it go? Here we go. Boom. Okay. So we basically, for those of you who haven't been here from the beginning of that project, essentially it's an Alexa skill that's using the new Alexa Conversations feature built for the hackathon, and it lets us build Mad Libs by just prompting the user for a certain subject matter. And we built a couple categories and stuff, and a few different ways to actually grab a random Mad Lib and fill in the values and all that, which is pretty cool. And then it takes that Mad Lib you built and tweets it out. So no matter who you are, you can follow along and follow that account on Twitter, and you'll get notified. So I knew they started testing. Actually, this is really funny. I knew they started testing because I was on Twitter, like just scrolling through my feed, and I saw some of these pop up, where John is authorized to be at Starbucks instead of hat class. And that's funny. That's an actual Mad Lib that they said. Tim Roth is super cool. They did a whole bunch of them. Michael Johnson is the best athlete. Michael Jackson is the best athlete. Spider Monkey is cuter than you. Watchmen, like all of these were not done by me. So everything on like the 24th, actually more than that, like all of these, nothing like a cold lemon juice on a hot summer day. That's actually true. Weird to call it cold lemon juice though. Cold chocolate cake, right? Like all of these are not us. I think the last one we did was the Johnny Depp one. Everything else was by the tester. Hey, Coder Girl, thanks for subscribing and welcome aboard. Get yourself some. Oh, I can do this too. Oh, you just got me a new. There we go. Boom. You just got me a new emote too. I'm getting some more of these sub points. So I was on Twitter and I started seeing these pop up. And I was like, oh my gosh, they must be testing. And it's really funny because you can actually see what they were saying for like the different Mad Libs. 2-month anniversary, all right. And then I noticed you could see where they stopped. The last one, John is authorized to be at Starbucks instead of, oh no, it didn't fill in the noun. That was super funny. So I was scrolling through, I was like, oh my god, they're doing it and it's working and this is great. And then I saw this on my feed when I pulled, I was like, oh no. Oh, nice. Getting Kenzie some more emotes too. Hyper reveal. I got the hyper hex, which actually is like super appropriate for the hackathon stuff. It's got the right aesthetic. So it was shortly after I saw this tweet of doom that I got the dreaded email. So here is what it looks like to get rejected. Let me see if I can zoom in without having to do gross scrolling stuff. Okay. But we got rejected. Here are the issues, right? They list them out. When invoking the skill with one or more utterances, the skill's response is irrelevant to the request or contains an error. Issues found with Alexa conversations. Issue 1 in the inform category, which I think we still need to get rid of. It says, utterance group steps to reproduce. Alexa open tweet libs. Plays an audio snippet, which I don't think is true. Simple. Give me a noun. Car, give me a noun, and it remains open. Basically, like, it seems like whatever is going on in Alexa conversations, like, just straight up ignored this. I think we need to get rid of that simple type, that whole dialogue in general, because I don't think we can use noun like that. It's just not going to work out. They also did the same thing with hall pass. Like, these were the two that were, like, kind of pushing it with the slot type, because we were using a custom slot type that's a list type. It doesn't have any values, really. So here's an example. Open tweet libs, plays an audio snippet. Give me a car Mad Lib. Sorry, I didn't understand that. The session remains open. Like, I don't know why they tried that anyway. We list out the types of categories you can do, but maybe we need to handle fallback a little bit better. That sorry, I don't understand seems to not be very great. Issues with custom intents. This is our fault. We didn't get rid of this. That get favorite color intent was just left over from their sample code. Even though we got rid of all of the Alexa conversation side, they left the custom intent, which is unfortunate. Okay, here's another one. This is like another core level issue. I don't know how, like, why they categorized it like this, but the session remains open even when the users are not asked for an input. So steps to reproduce, open it, give me a Mad Lib, school, John, Starbucks, hat, great. But it stays open. So we need to figure out how to remove or end the session. It's observed in all of them. That makes sense. We need to figure out how to end the session when they're done. I don't know how to do that. Please ensure that the session gets closed. I mean, like, I know how to do it with should end session on the normal output. We just need to see if that's like what we set. Or we can keep it open. Like, what else do you want to do? But the problem is when we keep it open, it will continue to keep track of these. So even if they say they want another Mad Lib, it will, like, just give them their answer back again, basically, which we don't want. So we're just going to end the session whenever they're done with their little Mad Lib. So a couple things, basically. Let's get rid of the simple and hall pass one for now, and maybe we can substitute it with a couple others, and then we'll get it to end session, and that's basically that's all we got to do. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so I've already got the skill open over here in the Alexa developer console. So first things first, let's get rid of that stupid intent that they left over, because the app they built before was basically like a crossover of custom stuff and the Alexa conversation. So they have like this get and set favorite color, and they had the Alexa conversation side, which is just super annoying. So we can delete these. What I'm going to do actually is let's take this email, or let's take each of these issues. Let's throw these in a notepad like we do on this channel. And we'll just start deleting stuff that is fixed or removed, right? So, where is the favorite color one? Steps to reproduce. My favorite color is blank. Be gone. Okay. So, now we need the utterance group for a car mat. Actually, this is just the session being open, right? This whole formatting is super weird. 2, issue, get favorite color intent. Issues found with custom, like it's just like, here's some things. Issue 1, inform category. Issue 2, hall pass lib. Sorry, I don't understand. So that means that our fallback should be a little smarter. So let's go to our responses. If we go to multimodal responses, and then we can go to our fallback response. Somewhere in here, I think, right? Is it in here? Fallback? Oh, no, you know what? It's in our code. Okay. We can save that. I'm not going to bother building the model until we clean up all the stuff because it's going to take forever. So let's go to code. And we don't need any of this stuff, right? So down in our fallback, here's all our templates. Here we go, fallback handler. So this we don't want to have either. And we shouldn't have these. If the request type is intent request and request.intent.name, what is this? This should be Amazon.fallbackIntent. If it does equal that. And then we'll get rid of this other stuff. Right, so if we have a fallback, let's give this. And then we don't need that either. I'm not sure. You can tell me your favorite color. So let's do this. Let's make our fallback a little bit clearer. I didn't understand that. You can ask for a different Mad Lib by category, such as athlete, or some of the other ones, actor, or animal. And we'll escape those quotes. So that should already be better. This is the error handler. Please try again. That's fine. Can deploy that code. That'll be updated. Now we need to figure out something for the noun issue, which maybe we can train a couple more nouns based off of how they tested. It's kind of a workaround, I guess. So if we go to tweetlibs, I guess I could do it from here too. We'll keep the code open on one side. And we go to our slot types for noun. Let's just fill in stuff here that we know they bring up. Hat. What other stuff did they try? We can just go to the, hold on, where is it? Here we go. What other things did they do for noun? Dim road is super cool. That's not it. Hat class. They use like book and baby a lot too. I've seen that in just other testing. Everything else we've done has always been like dog or something instead of math class. Oh, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we actually... Oops, don't need that. Let's change this to like school subjects. So if we say math... Oh, we already have that. Science. Did we already do all these? Oh, look at that. We were way ahead of it. History, social studies, algebra, gym, health. What other like school subjects do we need? What were your favorite school subjects in school? And if you say gym, it's too late. We already added it. Calculus, calculus. Is that spelled right? Maths if you're British. What other subjects? I don't know why I'm like brain farting here. We'll just do like get more specific. World history, business class, marketing class, economics, chemistry. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, Poca. Physics, biology. I'm trying to think of all the other sciences I had to do. Physical science. Chem. We can do some short versions. Oh, here we go. Mathematics. Yeah, add it. Boom. All of these. They're getting it now. Now Alexa's starting to figure it out. Oh, yeah, they're all going in there. Psychology, perfect. Social sciences, sociology. Psychology is another good one. Philosophy. This is where, like, Alexa's got me. Can I just have, like, an add all? Like, whatever Alexa thinks is right. Like, this is clearly way more than I was going to come up with. Geography is a good one, too. I want to see if Alexa's going to figure it out. It seems like it's getting into, like, 2-word ones. Political science, that's another good one. Chemical engineering, in chemistry. Pure mathematics. Information science. Anthropology, that's a great one. Biophysics. Material science. Mathematical science. microbiology, earth sciences, history of science. So that now they're just thinking we're talking about science. We'll put geography. We'll throw it off. Geography. Those feel much better. So now, on our prompt, if we go down to Alexa conversations, politics 70 days before an election, that's a dangerous one or fun, depending on how you look at it. Yeah. Luckily, we're going to try to keep Alexa away from talking about politics. We're going to have her talk about political science, and we're going to take the safe route. So now, instead of request noun, saying give me a noun, we're going to say give me a school subject. We can add a few variations, too. Tell me your favorite subject in school. Those are all much better. So that's going to help us with the structure anyway. Did it save it? Okay, it like saves that, but like it saves it separately. It's super weird. Also, is it exactly 70 days? That feels oddly specific. Okay, so what I'm going to check that off as this one. This feels good. Boom. Inform category. Oh, we do need to get rid of the inform category, actually. We don't need that. Also, that wasn't inform category anyway. That was inform noun. Oh. Actually, was it inform category? Let's get rid of these. It's approximate. Okay. That sounds better. Let's get rid of these dialogues. This is going to be start a school Mad Lib. We're just going to start straight away like that because it was basically left over from before, from like our subject one. Hall pass Mad Lib is no. Start Mad Lib. That's the move. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got all that stuff. What else do we need? Oh, end session, right? That's what we were missing. So here's the question, right? When we're doing a normal output response, like if we were doing it on Alexa side, I'll show. Actually, I can show you because it's in the fallback handler. Up here, this speak and reprompt, like this is going to tell us that we're going to be doing a should end session is not true. Also, it doesn't like something here. Oh, used. Lame. Alexa conversations handle stuff a little differently, and I don't know if I just do this, right? If I say response is that, there's your API response, and then I say should end session is true. Like, is that all it takes? Because that's like how you would normally do it. I guess we can deploy it and try it because we'll find out real quick. Can you shout me out on Twitter? Of course. I'll show you on Twitter in just a sec. I'm going to test this out first, though. So let's kick off a build because it's going to take like 20 minutes to build the thing. Oh no, is it already building? Uh-oh. Please. Save. Build. Alright, that's going to take a while. We should be able to test though. So if we say open tweetlibs, let's say
welcome to tweetlibs. You can specify.
Let's do actor madlib. Oh, build failed. We'll get to that in a sec though. We should still be able to test the should end session even without this.
Give me an actor's name.
Johnny Depp. Please end the session.
Here's your Mad Lib. Johnny Depp is super cool.
Just got an email from the Microsoft Store that's National Dog Day. We're always celebrating National Dog Day, of course. I know we threw some stuff up on Facebook. I don't know about on Twitter, though. This feels like it's at the wrong level. Let's see if I say athlete. Is it still over? Oh, I spelled athlete wrong anyway. I keep doing that. I keep throwing an extra E in there. All right, I think we did actually end the session. Did it? Oh, you know what? Let's test on the real device. Alexa, open tweetlibs.
Welcome
Alexa,
to tweetlibs.
give me an actor madlib.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Actor madlib.
Choose an actor or actress.
Johnny Depp.
Here is your Mad Lib.
See if the mic stays
Johnny Depp
open.
is super cool.
Nope, that's it. All right, cool. So we got that one done. Right, so this one I just saw though. That was weird. But this one is done. Please ensure should end session. Goodbye. All right, so we've just got the one issue left. With the I don't know how I even got that. Sorry, I don't understand. I don't know where that is. Let's see if we go to code. Let's see if it's in here at all. Sorry. No, that's not it. That is a sorry, but it's different. It's got to be in one of the responses. There's just sorry I don't understand, which was, you know, unbelievably useful. Conversation by out of domain. Is that it? Boom, nailed it. First try, baby. This is what's frustrating is this is the default that they ship it with. Like, this is the template that they have, and it won't pass. Like, that's super frustrating. Understand that. We're gonna treat it just like the fallback, I think. Let's go actually just grab that same message. Out of domain feels weird. Where did that go? Boom. Here we go. Perfect. You can even listen to it.
I didn't understand that. You can ask for a different Mad Lib by categories such as athlete, actor, or animal.
That's gonna work for me. Alright, so now let's figure out why the build failed. And then we should be able to resubmit this, and then we'll get into the Monday stuff. Poca, no! Hold on, I'll go shout you out on Twitter. Shout out to, what is it? It's the same as your username here, right? Poca Pickaman. I love the picture. Speaking of National Dog Day, fresh avatar on Twitter. All their awesome help on Alexa Tweetlibs. You'll get a shout out with Alexa Tweetlibs. Boom. I got you, Poca. Alright, let's figure out why our build is failing. And the only way to do that now is to just try to build again. It's going to be complaining about something. I think we probably... What did we change? We changed the dialogue for Hall Pass. And we got rid of the intents for the favorite color stuff. I'm not sure if it's something about that. Variable category is not declared. We're going to remove that from the API definition. So if we go to Hall Pass Madlib, we shouldn't need the category. There you go. Alright, this should be fine. I'm going to save that. Is this still the code tab? No. Give me back the code tab. We're going to just try building again. I don't think we're using category at all in the code. That was when we were very naive and thought we could do a whole lot more on the custom side with Alexa conversations to pivot stuff based off of like the category and then fill in different requirements. But like, I mean, maybe we still could, but it would be way harder. So that would just be unfortunate, really. All right, that's building. Build failed again. Come on, show me the reasons, please. Invalid model. If there are no separates due to intermittent issues. What does that even mean? What do you mean intermittent issues? Is it still building? Was this just like a... I've had issues where it'll pop up an error even though there isn't one. Intermittent issues. I wonder if it's still trying to like clean stuff up from the previous failure. What is that emoji? It's showing up super weird. It's like a grumpy totem or something. I'm just going to requeue the build and we'll see what happens. If we keep failing, then we got to take a look at something on the dialogue side requiring it. Model failed due to invalid model. Nice. It's still saying there's a quick build in progress. It's got to be related to what we did here. Here we go. Has only 3 arguments, but 4 variables are assigned to it. So that's probably because we got rid of it, and it still thinks that there's some sort of issue here. Hall Pass Madlib. Hall Pass Madlib only has 3. All right, so it's going to be down here. Now can I like remap these? It probably just didn't clean itself up properly. Let me see if I like explicitly do that. Save. Let's try running it again. I just want to get this out of the way so we can get onto the Monday hackathon and try building something. We gotta find like a... Come on, man. Alright, we'll get through this. Here we go. What is this still complaining about? Still the same thing. Hall Pass Madlib only has 3 arguments in its definition before variables are assigned to it. Where is that happening? Right, so Hall Pass Madlib has... Noun. These also all need to not be optional. I'm not sure if that's going to actually change anything. Is it an issue in its definition before? Like, I don't know how to fix this because like I deleted it in a different order and it like cannot figure it out now. Let's see. This is inform args. This is that. API to request. API arguments to request. This doesn't feel like how we did it on the other ones, does it? Oh no, okay, it is. Invoke APIs, athlete madlib. This is wrong. Wait, what? Hold on, if we go like animal madlib, this is invoking animal madlib. So our utterance set's busted, I think, for our hall pass one. Or start madlib. This doesn't even have anything. Give me a madlib. I actually don't like these. Something feels not right here. Why is this utterance set? The corona emoji. Oh no. Is it because... Oh, hold on. Where's our hall pass madlib utterance set? These are not even in alphabetical order. Start madlib. There we go. It's down here. This does not seem right. That's what we want to get rid of. Yeah, honestly, we can probably just get rid of this whole utterance set. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there's another page. This one. Let's try just getting rid of that. Now will you build? Poca, did you figure out your Python issue on VS Code? I don't know if you had any time tonight since I basically just messaged you on in the Discord. Still build failed. Come on. Come on. Utterance set math. Oh, jeez. I think I just absolutely ruined this. Oh, this is because this should be start madlib now. Save. It still is saying that there's 4 arguments used somewhere. Inform location, name, noun. Request name. Do the madlib. Do the madlib, y'all. There's your mapping. What if we change this? What if we just set it to food madlib? Right, and then we'll save it and then we'll fix it. So this should now be hall pass madlib and then we can map the stuff. It seems like it's just getting stuck because we had the previous values and then we got rid of them and it got mad at us for that. Come on. Do your validation. It feels like we're getting a little further maybe. No! Stop! This is so frustrating to keep track of all of these little things. I don't know how anyone does development like this. Madlib response is declared but not assigned. I think that's probably because we just changed it, right? No, we did. In hall pass madlib, variable madlib response is not declared but is assigned. Isn't it from here? Oh, because we reset it and it changed that. There, you happy? Please be happy, Alexa. Please be happy. I'm talking to you.
Be Happy by Dixie D'Amelio from Alex's Spotify.
Nope, Alexa, stop. Don't do that. Please don't play royalty-based music. All my YouTube videos will get copyright striked. Oh, did I tell you all that? That I had one of my YouTube videos copy striked when it was one of the ones where we were playing Warzone using Alexa, and it literally started to just play music instead of doing what I told it to, and we literally got copyright striked in the highlight clip that went to YouTube. Unbelievable. It was like 10 seconds of some random song coming from the speaker, so I have to like stay on top of that now if we're going to be able to export this stuff to YouTube. Otherwise, I got to like mute part of the video, which is unfortunate. All right, we are definitely getting further here on the training side. So that does mean that these are all done, which means we can close this notepad or we can reuse it. We fixed all the issues that Alexa had sent to us. All this stuff should all be fixed. We're going to resubmit it. If we get kicked back again, that's fine. We can just fix it again. As long as we're submitted and can be approved by September 14th, we're golden. That's all we care about. And then we can always go in and add more like templates and stuff for the Mad Libs and all that. It'll be great. So, to the real part of the stream, now that we got through that annoying sort of busy work, and the whole point of my clickbaity title is... Where did it go? Where are my hackathons? The Monday Apps Challenge, Dream It, Build It Hackathon. So, for those of you who don't know, Monday is a productivity tool. They do a lot of stuff. It's mostly driven around a kind of unique style of doing task management, but it's also a lot more than that. They have analytics tools. They have sprint planning tools. They have cool sort of board setups. They have team management tools. They've got... Actually, there's a lot more to it, too, that I don't even use. But that's basically what I use it for. And they're running this hackathon. They've been running it now for a while. We just heard about it on Sunday, and when we were looking at the Alexa one, which is also run through devpost.com. So the Build It, Dream It, Build It, if you will, Apps Challenge Hackathon from Monday.com is basically a hackathon to build an app on their new platform. So they just released a whole bunch of new APIs. No, Polka, hang in there. They just released a whole bunch of new APIs. They released a whole new way of building apps with low code or no code in some situations to integrate things. So basically you can fire events based off of tasks that happen within your Monday boards, or you can do the reverse, adjust your Monday boards based off something that happened somewhere else, and everything else that you could possibly imagine, as far as I can tell anyway, from an API for productivity tools. Now, the reason I wanted to look at this hackathon, even though we are 5 days to the deadline, is one, because of that sweet, sweet content for this stream. And two, because that grand prize is literally, they say Tesla X, which is just unfortunate because it is a Tesla Model X, or the dollar equivalent of it, which would be $75K. So there's 3 categories for submitting apps. There are apps for the marketplace, because they're going to be releasing this whole new big marketplace of third-party apps. That's what we're going to be trying to build for. Those ones are submitted for the Tesla Model X. Now, I imagine a whole lot of people are going to be submitting for these. Second is apps for business. It's sort of internal. So these would not make it into the marketplace, but it is something that you could use for just your organization within Monday.com. And then the winner of that is a zero-gravity flight and a donation to a nonprofit in your name, and more. And then there's also apps for NGOs. So if you're building something for an NGO, you also get a zero-gravity flight, $500 donation in your name, and more. So all of that is hundreds of NGOs manage their incredible efforts on Monday.com, and you can help improve and customize their workflow. So all of it's based off of craftsmanship, creativity, best engineered, and then staff picks, right? So that's what they're basing. Oh, no, sorry. These are the other 5 apps that are based off those. These are actually similar to what they said their judging criteria is, so kind of a little weird. And then basically this is like, hey, here's how you get started. Go create a Monday account if you don't. So here are the official prizes according to DevPost. This is where they always put this in the sections. $171,000 plus equivalent of prizes for the hackathon. App for Marketplace grand prize winner, Tesla Model X, a Monday.com swag bag, and the $500 donation. So just like those other twos, you also will get a donation made in your name. Featured placement on the Monday Apps Marketplace where any of 100,000 organizations using it can access it. A 1-hour video session with the Monday Apps leaders within Monday.com. A blog post about you and the thing you built. Inclusion in stories worth telling video testimonials of the 3 grand prize winners. So that's going to be one of each of the categories. And please note the Tesla is subject to local availability and delivery. But they do say all the way down in the disclaimers, because I did read through this earlier, that you can, for any of the prizes, you can ask for the cash equivalent. So if you don't want to do a zero gravity flight, but you win public app for NGOs or app for business, you can take basically the ticket equivalent, which I think is like a few grand basically. And then all this other stuff, right? So these are all basically the same. Like these points down are the same for the 3 grand prize winners. They also have honorable mentions, 5 for each of the categories, it looks like. Best craftsmanship, most creative, best engineered, all that. Here's the thing, though. These are no joke best honorable mention prizes. Like a PS5 or PSVR 2 for basically a runner-up honorable mention. Plus your swag bag. Still making a $150 donation for you, too. And then options to be featured. Invitation to the Monday Elevate event. And invited on the virtual stage to be honored. And yeah, so you like even being a runner-up, we could go ahead and score ourselves a PS5, which would be dope. And no matter what, if you're an eligible submission, you get yourself a Monday.com swag bag. So worst case, we spend all this time on the next 2 streams, assuming we can't just crush this in one. We're still getting a Monday.com swag bag, which I don't know what that means. Hopefully socks or hoodies if we're living in the ideal world. So requirements for this: build a new Monday app that allows teams to improve collaboration, communication, teamwork, or simply make daily work a little more joyful. Categories: you must submit to one of the 3. So we can't like build one and be like, it's for my business and it's public and it's for NGOs, which I still got to figure out what exactly that acronym is for. So apps for Marketplace, this is the one I want to focus on. If we find ourselves sort of falling into a position where it makes sense to submit for the others, we can do that. An app that shows extraordinary value and ingenuity to solve common workflow challenges and deliver significant business impact. This app will be featured on Monday's App Marketplace, used by any of the 100K teams and that do their best work, right? So, and here are all the judges, basically the founders, the product managers, some of the dev folks, some of the UI UX folk, people that run tech partnerships, all that good stuff. Judging criteria: this is going to be important for us to keep track of, just like in any hackathon. Craftsmanship, user experience your app provides, the UI UX quality, following the Monday.com design system, which Monday.com is a beautiful piece of software. Like UI wise, it is gorgeous, and I guess it functions really well too. It's the reason we keep using it over any other tool. And a Monday like app, how much your app feels like a Monday product. Well, here's the cool thing: our plan doesn't have to do much at all with the UI side, because we're going to be building voice apps for this thing. So my gross inability to design beautiful looking apps doesn't matter, because we're going to build a beautiful voice user experience, and that's a lot easier for me. Engineering: the quality of the development of your app, its potential to scale easily for many users. Yeah, that's not a problem. All we do is scale stuff here. Impact: how big of an impact will your app have for businesses and users that will use it? How substantial and meaningful is the problem that it solves? How much will it improve the life and work of a Monday.com user? How many users will it be relevant for, right? So this impact, I feel like, is where we're going to be able to focus a lot more than I think other apps that folks are going to build. Because basically our approach is we're going to be enabling as many different types of interactions we can with your Monday.com boards, with your organization and everything else by just using your voice. So we should be able to focus on Alexa skills and Google Actions, being able to learn more about your boards, update statuses on things, all that stuff as far as we can get in 2 streams, all supported by the fact that it's built on Voicify, so we can hit more platforms, which means we can scale to many, many users, to millions of users potentially, which I think is more than they're experiencing anyway. And that means that it should actually be useful for every single user, right? If you're the type of person who's highly productive and you want to get updates and status on your roadmap items, on your to-do list, you can be driving in your car on your way to work, talk to your phone or to your car, get that information right away, stay away from your phone, stay productive, even while you're multitasking. That's sort of where I think the impact and the messaging that we provide around that is going to be really important. How creative? I don't know, as creative as we can get. I think this is at least a unique idea. And secure in privacy, I mean, first and foremost, everything is secure and private that we build. We never want to be touching people's personal information because it's yucky. So I did, like I said, I looked at this and I was like, all right, I got to combine my skills here. We got to get ourselves a voice app on Alexa and Google at least that can let us sign in with our Monday account and continue from there to basically interact with what we have within our Monday boards. So as far as I've gotten so far is reading through this, being like, oh my God, Tesla Model X, which we're shooting for. I think we can come in the next 5 days and absolutely crush this competition, especially like looking at, they've got this inspiration board. I've been checking out the forums a little bit to see like what people are thinking about doing and stuff like that. And I think that we just have the opportunity to come in and just absolutely demolish some of these ideas. So some of them are cool. They're mostly around like very small features that sort of help with adding into your productivity and into the tools that are already there. But our approach is really completely separate from all these tools of like building these things that do stuff for you while you're in Monday.com. Instead, it's an entirely new way for you to interact with Monday.com that's different than anything they have so far. So that's what we're shooting for. Before we do that, I want to make sure they don't already have an Alexa skill. So let's go make sure that it's not already there. Well, I don't know why I looked up Monday. Of course, it's going to be filled with a whole bunch of crap. Let's see. If we have a Monday.com. Monday.com? Nothing? Monday Timer and ESPN. What about Monday.com? Or .com. .com. Anything? No. All right. So they don't have an Alexa skill, which is good. It means we'll be first. And yeah. Okay. So our idea is validated. We're basically going to be building a skill that lets you interact with this. So let me show you around Monday first, and then we'll start scaffolding this thing. We'll go through what we want to build, the steps we got to take to get there. We'll make ourselves a little checklist to quickly iterate through, and then once we get that baseline of stuff done, then it's just adding features like crazy as fast as we can until we get it submitted. So just 5 days from now, that's Monday, the 31st is the deadline, and I think it's like midnight Monday, right? So Sunday the 30th is going to be our next stream after tonight. So basically we've got tonight, the 26th, and the 30th, and that's all we got to build this thing and get it submitted. So we're going to be moving fast. We're going to just be just full send, going hard on getting this thing done and getting it functioning, and then just blasting through features as quickly as we can in a conversational fashion. And I think that if we do it right, in a way that we usually try to architect stuff in this channel, where we get ahead of the sort of baseline implementation, give ourselves a really good foundation to scale, and then we just fly through features. Like we did that for Suave Keys. We took time to get OAuth right. We took time to get scale right. And we are literally just voicifying, very much pun intended, every single game that's out there to let people play so easily and let other people scale their own stuff, right? That's what we do on this channel when we implement software. So we've got 2 days. Basically, it's already almost 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be streaming to like 9, 10 maybe if I'm in a flow. So we got like 2 to 3 hours there, and we'll have like 4-ish hours. So we've got basically a day of work, of like full-time work to just hammer this thing out. Now, let me show you what Monday has, and then we can start to sort of ideate on what we need, because this is as far as I've gotten even before this stream. So Monday, the way it sort of breaks down is you sign into an organization. So I've got an organization here called Suave Pirates. This is where all the pirates come in, and we're going to start doing some planning. You sign into your account. I've got a personal account here. I've got my name is Suave Pirate, and you start just organizing your stuff. And it usually starts by adding a new workspace, and then you add a board to it. So we've got like main workspace, right? If I click plus, I can create a blank board, just kind of like this one. I can create a dashboard. I can import one from any other tool, right? So I've used Trello for a lot of my stuff. We can import a Trello board, a Google Sheet, a CSV, a Basecamp set of things. I've never tried the Facebook ads one. We could also choose from a template of boards where there's a whole bunch of stuff based off categories. So if we go to like software development, there's like sprint planning stuff in here. Go to like all-in-one software, right? So if we do this, let's use this template. It's going to spin up a board for us. Within each board, there are task items. Well, first of all, there are groups, and then there are task items. So once this is done setting up, I'll show you what that sort of looks like. There's a fire near my house, or relatively near. Just got a ring alert. If we go down in flames, it wasn't me, okay? Go faster, Monday, please. Right, so here we go. Important information about this template. And then here are basically grouped iterations for kind of like sprints is sort of the assumption. Within each group, you have line items or task items. It has a title. You can have conversations about it. So if you go in and click on the chat bubble, you can basically leave comments. There's an activity log for when people move it and stuff. And then there's all these customizable columns, progress type, domain, all that stuff. And each have different types. So if I say like the timeline is from the 22nd to the 27th of September, the priority is high. Like all this stuff is totally customized. They have user selection, single and multiple users. And then it keeps going. There's more and more stuff you can give. Story points, estimation, resources, all that stuff. And then you can drag and drop these. So I can move this to the February grouping. I can move this one up. I can drag my groups. So I can just take this one and move it over here. I can like collapse them and all that stuff. It's a lot of stuff around organizing and managing all sorts of things in one view. And that's just for their board stuff. There's also dashboards. So if I open up a blank dashboard here, we can start to add, we'll just add whatever those are, widgets to these. And this is where a lot of the apps that they're focusing on building come into play. So I can add a status overview, which is sort of like a battery sign of how complete my things are. I can choose what it's based off of and all that. I can then add another widget for a timeline of my things that I need to complete. Sure, that's fine. All right, so now here's a timeline. I can move these around and stuff. And then I can go select from apps, right? And so this is where they're focusing on building things. So I can embed an Airtable. I can embed a Twitter feed, an org chart, a work status, a pivot board, a Facebook feed, like all these things that are starting to integrate with third-party channels and apply custom business logic. Let's see. Let's add like an org chart here. Now, I also need to actually design my org chart. So I can say that Suave Pirate is the manager of Suave Pirate, and then there's our org chart. It's beautiful. And I can move things around within this, and then I can also move things around outside of this and like shuffle them and all that stuff. So this is sort of like, it's for the most part what I use it for anyway is a mixture of board and task management and some of these dashboards for things to keep an eye on based off of your boards and progress on stuff. Now, like I said, all of the apps that they've been pushing people to build, and also based off of this sort of inspiration board, are these types of integrations where there are new apps and widgets that show up. They have a whole toolkit for basically building React components you can shove in here, which is super cool. Building stuff into boards, and then firing events. So you'll notice if I go here to integrations, this is a similar look, right? It's a big window of things I can select from. And I can pick from existing integrations in the marketplace. So if I wanted to add the Twilio integration, for example, you can start to see the types of events that can be triggered based off of something that changes. So for example, if a column changes, like if I change a due date on something, make a phone call to someone and say the following message. Like all sorts of cool stuff you can do based off of triggering events that happen. If you want to go to Shopify, if a new order is created in Shopify, do the reverse and actually go put an item in Monday. And that's basically it. It's like back and forth events and webhook calls from Monday to something else, and then from something else to Monday. Also, it seems like it's not letting me back. Now, my only concern with what we're going to be doing is it doesn't fit one of these molds. It doesn't fit this integrations list, and it doesn't fit like the dashboard apps. Right? If I get where'd my add button go? Yeah, I know how to use this. What? Isn't there an add button right here? Where'd my add button go? Edit. Oh, edit, that's why. These ones, right? This is where they're really pushing people to add stuff. And ours isn't really a visual thing, because we're really building the opposite. We're building a new means to interact with all this data using Alexa and Google Assistant and other virtual assistants and chatbots, wherever we can basically authenticate the user and do stuff for them or retrieve data for them. So I'm hoping it counts. If you look at the rules, which we'll just double check here, eligibility, first of all, blah, 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 you got to be in the places where you're allowed to receive rewards for competitions. And the submission requirements, register for the challenge, we did that. Access the developer tools, right? So this is just like all of their tools. Build on top of the Monday apps framework, any integration, board view, dashboard widget, or process automation through the use of the low-code framework. Any integration. That's like the key. That's what I'm hoping is the case. And it's built on top of the apps framework, which I don't know if that's exclusive to what they call apps in the dashboard view. It shouldn't, I don't think, because like if you look at their developer docs, monday.com developer API, sure. Do they have APIs here? Let's open both of these up. Like they call everything their like framework, and I'm not sure if like this is technically an app or not. So I guess we'll I don't know if it's like we need to see or we should ask her, so we don't really have a lot of time. So we should, I think, have some sort of backup plan to like if we build all of the voice stuff and it's still not technically what they would call an app because it's not going to be like a dashboard app tool, we got to have some way to kind of bridge the gap. So one thing we could do is we could build the voice app, and if that's not enough, like if we get most of that done tonight and that's not enough, then we could go build a UI component that like tells you how many requests you've had through the voice app for your organization or something like that. Like we could make it work and kind of maybe build like an analytics tool for how often people are using the whatever My Monday or My Monday voice app thing for your organization. And then like that can be the bridge. And maybe that way we get all the bonus points for being creative with the voice side. And then we just have a really slick and clean, just like analytics UI or something. So because of that, I want to try to get through like as much of the voice stuff as we can. Basically get to the point of having like the voice app functioning with that foundation done tonight at least. And then maybe we can get some feedback and be like, does this count? Maybe I can reach out to them and say like, does this count? And if not, and we have the time, Sunday we can build the UI component for it and we'll go from there. But at this point, what we need to do is basically set up our list of things we're going to work on. Like we always do, we just throw it in a notepad. We'll architect it. We'll get started on building it out on Voicify and our custom integration. We'll get all the developer stuff we need from them. Do some tests, figure out what APIs are actually accessible to us. I know they have GraphQL for just about everything that is data related, so we might just need to see how to get that stuff. And then we'll start building the custom Voicify integration into Monday that handles like the account linking stuff, and then that handles like the actual like API calls once you are authenticated. So before we do that, I'm gonna go grab some water, and then we'll get started basically making that to-do list, architecting, and just building the thing. So I'll be right back. Just need about a minute. Okay, I'm back and ready to hydrate. So let's figure out what we actually need to build. Let's start getting building, and then we'll basically be able to list out some of the features and stuff too. So basically, oh, come on, water bottle, work with me here. There's a couple steps, right? So we need to be able to authenticate the user. Authenticate the monday.com user, not like our own user like we do with swab keys. We actually need to have the monday.com user sign in with their Monday account into like Alexa and Google, which is a process called account linking. We then need to be able to take their access token and make requests to the Monday API to basically get info, get or update info. That's basically the gist of what we're going to be able to do, I think. And we'll find out. We'll go take a look at their actual, API docs and see how far we can take it. Hopefully that we can get through these two. So this is like the real foundation of what we need to focus on functionally. If we can authenticate the user and we can use their information to make requests against their organization, then we are golden. The rest of it comes down to conversation API and implementation of certain features. So certain feature implementations are going to basically come down to what we actually have access to in the APIs. And then in terms of functionality, it's basically going to be a process of just like setting conversations up in Voicify. So we'll have Voicify handle abstraction and deployment to each of the assistant services, to assistant channels, we'll call it. We'll then have a custom webhook integration to handle the Voicify to Monday API requests. And then we just got to host that somewhere and go from there. And all of the authentication should be handled automatically through account linking if we set it up right. And yeah, right? Let's see. If we can get through this, if we can get the Voicify app set up, account linking into Monday, and we can get literally any API request going from a voice request to getting data to then returning it in the app from Voicify on Alexa to start, and then we can go from Google from there, then that would be an amazing spot to sort of stop. Alexa, stop. I don't know why it started playing over there. We're gonna keep her muted. We're gonna keep all these ones muted because we got all these awake back here. Oh, where'd it go? There we go.
The mic is muted.
There you go. So if we can basically get through these, I guess Voicify is going to be there. It's if we can do the actual steps, create app in Voicify, create OAuth info from Monday, set up account linking, set up webhook project, create sample webhook to get info based off signed in user, and then 6 is basically like build out other features conversationally. This enabling us to do this is going to come down to how we actually update the app in Voicify and design the conversation and the integration. Because if we do it in a way where it's like, in order to request this very specific information, we need to set up a conversation item that does exactly that, and then our webhook needs to do that one thing, we're going to be kind of screwed in terms of scale. What we can do is focus on simplifying the webhook. If we make the webhook code very simple, where all we need to do is look for certain parameters and then go make the API requests, then we can spin up conversation items like crazy. We don't have to touch the code. We don't need to deploy code changes. We don't need to deploy voice app changes. We can then focus just on conversation design and then firing off requests to the right place at the right time, which comes down to like the 6.1 of like handle input and output conversation variables properly. And we'll get into that once we get to this. Like if we can get here, then it's just all setting up, like updating the webhook to make it really clean for us to choose what we want to call. Like this could be like a webhook that's like, what is the GraphQL query you want to use? And like that could be one parameter. We just dump a string in there for a GraphQL query. and that would be awesome. Or we could do it in a way where it's like, do this update to this type of thing, and like therefore because we're doing like a task item update, we just need like, well, what are we updating? And we tell the webhook that. The webhook then morphs that into a request to the Monday API, and we're good to go. So we're going to do paint. Basically what the diagram's going to look like, so everyone's sort of aware of it, right? This could be Alexa, this could be Google, could have a chat bot in the middle here. Each of these are going to be sending a request to Voicify, call it VFY. This is going to be talking to our app, and then this is going to be sending requests to our API. So this is going to be custom webhook, we'll call it CW. Our webhook then sends requests to Monday, call it Mon, and then it goes all the way back through the reverse, right? That's the whole setup. A user talks to whatever device, we know who they are. They send requests to Voicify, that runs through the conversation design tools we've been working on. It sends the request to the webhook depending on how we configured it. That then talks to Monday on behalf of the user, gets all the information out that we need or submits information, and we're off and running. So if we can build this tonight, we're golden. So let's keep this up. I'm going to just save this file actually as Monday to do. So we need to authenticate. So let's create the app in Voicify. So I'm going to go over here, go to Voicify. I'm just spinning it up over here to make sure I'm in the right account so I don't show anything I'm not supposed to. All right. So here's where we've been building all of our stuff so far on Voicify anyway. So we're going to create a new app. I'm going to call it My Monday. I've been thinking about it a little bit. Hopefully that's an allowed invocation name. This is lets you interact with your monday.com account, including task management and more. We'll just use that for both. Keywords I don't really care about. We'll start with sample content so we don't have to scaffold a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be done for us, and we can go from there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rename this folder. We're going to call this General Responses. General Responses. We don't need this. The welcome message is going to introduce the user to what they can actually do with the app. So we can go edit this response and say, welcome to My Monday. You can sign in with your monday.com account and then ask questions about your tasks. Let's start simple. As we add more functionality, we can update this to let the user know exactly what they can do. All right, we can update our fallback here. Sounds like you said something. I don't know. I don't support. Support. Try asking something about your tasks, and be sure that you have linked your Monday account. And we'll make that general. If you say anything out of bounds, that's what you get. Oh, I got puppies down here. Benny. Can we get some Bennies in the chat? For those of you who are subs. There you go. Okay. We got the basics set up. So we've created our app. Boom. Easy. Where's our checkbox? Next. Dan, I said Benny's, not Dan's in the chat. It's National Dog Day, damn it. Alright, so now we need to be able to set up OAuth for account linking. Once we have OAuth info, doing the actual account linking setup is super easy. I've been called a dog. Oh no. Once we have OAuth, then we're good. It's super easy to set up the account linking. There's an integration in Voicify we can just throw in there, and we just kind of wire up our info and we're good to go. So I need to figure out how to do that. So let's see. Does Monday.com have an API? We most certainly do. Our API is built on GraphQL. We have tons of flexibility for accessing and changing information in Monday, which is great because that's exactly what we want to do. Authenticating. And Any request to our API must be accompanied by an API token to let us know you're you. Smiley. API for admin users. Each admin on the account has their own API token. Make sure you keep it safe. No one look at my API tokens. Got it? Log into your Monday account. Go to the bottom left, select admin, select API. But I can't use a token because that would only work for me. Which I guess if this is a situation, right, where if this is the case and there is no actual OAuth, we could still submit to the business one, because it just means it wouldn't be able to be public, but we could set it up where it's just me and it's an app for business, and I can just use it on Voicify or Suave Pirates Monday board or something, because we would need to set it up on a key-by-key basis. Or we can do something where it's like we have a third level account if we don't have OAuth, but I don't think we have time for that. So let's just keep reading. Hopefully we have... Okay, boom. There it is. API tokens generated through OAuth. You can also generate a token for specific apps using the OAuth authorization flow. The permissions of these tokens are limited based on authorization scopes of the app, which they are linked. That is great. So that's what we want. OAuth docs. We've already spent plenty of time exploring the OAuth 2 spec and what the flow looks like, so assuming that they're built to the spec shouldn't be a problem. We've implemented ourselves from scratch, so we don't have to worry too much about it. All right, create an app, find your client ID and secret. After registering, your app will begin with client ID and secret. These are unique. Client ID is your app's unique ID. Secret is private. Don't do anything wrong with it. Configure your scopes, set up your redirect URIs. Okay, that should be easy enough. Let's go. How do I create an app? I probably should look at that, huh? Create an app. It's also great. It is called an app, which makes me feel like we are starting to get towards the right eligibility. So like an apps view. Let's see. Apps. Developers. That feels right. New app. Let's create a different one. All right, we're going to call this My Monday Alexa skill. We are going to have a different one set up for Alexa and Google because they need different redirect URIs. This is an Alexa skill that lets you interact with your Monday boards. All right, boom. Already a client ID and secret? You kidding me? That's so easy. Is this also auto-saving? Oh, okay. No, there is a secret save button there behind whatever that chat box was. OAuth. All right, what scope do we need? We do need to know about the user. We need to read boards. I'm going to take write boards, read workspaces, and write workspaces. Read profile information about the account. That feels different. We'll take all of the reads. We don't need to update user accounts. Send notifications on behalf of the user. That could be really interesting, actually. Read updates and replies the users can see. I kind of want to just take all of these and hopefully they accept it. Read the tags. Read information about the teams. And create other webhooks. We could get so meta here. Are you kidding me? Read asset. Yeah, all right. Everything but actually modifying the user's info. Save. Features. Do I have to do that? Add a feature. Create an integration between Monday and another service. Dashboard widgets and board views. Choose the feature type. Can contain multiple features of the same type. Would this be an integration? Do we even need that? Or can we just start the OAuth process and just send it? Okay, these we need to send up. We need to set up from the Alexa skill side. So let's do this. We got to go from our Voicify app, right? We've got this. Let's go deploy this. I'm going to use this account. Deploy it under my custom stuff, and we'll create a new skill. Let's go deploy it to Google too. We've got that. We need to go create a new Dialogflow agent real quick. This feels like I'm not signed in as the right user. Hold on. Where's my sign out option? I want to sign in with my personal one here. Alright, there we go. That's the right list. There's our Dark Souls controller and Suave keys and all that good stuff. So we're going to create a new agent called My Monday. America, Barbados, GMT -4. That's ES. New project, no mega agent. All right. Once the agent's done being created, we can go back and link it on the Voicify side, and then from here we can actually create the action too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Dialogflow endpoint ahead of time for My Monday. Go to fulfillment, turn on webhooks, paste that, save that. And then on the integration side, we can go to Google Assistant. Now here's the cool thing, right? Like all of these other platforms we could also potentially support. The only challenge is going to be the account linking. So if we can solve the account linking for like a web chatbot, then you could even talk to a chatbot or like text a phone number through Twilio to actually like turn stuff on. But for now, we'll just focus on the Google action. That's fine. Implicit's fine. Let's go to test. This will create it for us, assuming it's logged me in on the same account, which should, because it's my default Chrome. And then on the Voicify side, we can now relink it, which will do all the language model updates and keep it all in sync for us. So it should be in this drop down now. There it is. Link. We're good. All right, so we've got an Alexa skill. If we go back to our list here where we had tweetlibs, which actually reminds me we should resubmit this real quick while we're here. Submit. All right, tweetlibs is submitted. Here's My Monday. This can take a few minutes to deploy though, so that's still gonna run. This is good. We do need to go change the name of the Google action though to My Monday. Hopefully they'll accept that. Sometimes they're really finicky about the names. Yeah, so you cannot reserve the pronunciation My Monday because your action contains more than one word and more than a prefix, or I guess they're considering my to be a prefix. My Monday manager. How about that? My Monday. All right, so the Google action is going to be called My Monday Manager because of Google rules. Alexa will still be called just My Monday. Maybe we should call them the same thing for consistency's sake. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Should they both be My Monday Manager, or should there be My Monday on Alexa because it's nice and short? Actually, you know what we should do real quick? I know we went to see if there was a Monday.com skill. But let's go see if there is something called My Monday, because that does sound like... Okay, there is not. Oh, you know what? What if we just call this Monday Manager and not My Monday Manager? Monday Manager, is that good? I kind of like that name in general. Let's change it. Let's change it everywhere. We're gonna Monday Manager. It's gonna be Monday Manager everywhere. We gotta change the default here too. Monday Manager. All right, we've updated it in Voicify. It might have synced the other version. Let's see. Yeah, this is still called My Monday. We might need to update it over here now. Oh, we do have the interaction model deployed though, so that's good. Can I rename it? Or is it too late? Full build successful. Choose action. Edit. What a weird way to do that. Alright, we'll call this Monday Manager. Save. It's going to kick off the build anyway, but I want this to change. I want to change the name of the skill itself. How do I do that? I might need to just get rid of this. Hold on, let's do this. I'm going to call this Monday Manager as well. Change the default to Monday Manager. We might just need to recreate the Alexa skill, which is okay. I think anyway. I don't think it's going to let us like reset it. Maybe if I refresh. Nope, so called My Monday. Invocation is Monday Manager. Endpoint is fine. Interfaces is fine. Tools. This is where we'll get into the account linking, but if I'm going to recreate it, I don't want to do that. Let's just recreate it. It'll probably be easier, honestly, because otherwise there's like weird things where it'll change the... Oh, actually, you know what? It might just be over here. Hold on. Maybe we don't have to do that. Distribution. Yeah, save all that stuff. Distribution, please. There we go. Monday Manager. This should change the name in the listing. right? Please say you changed the name. There we go. Now it's Monday Manager. No longer My Monday. We don't have to recreate anything. Still showing it here, but honestly, that's fine. All right, so tools, account linking. This is basically where we're going to glue the things together. Do you allow users to create an account or link to an existing account? Yes. Allow users to enable a skill without account linking? No. Should we just not do that? Let's just not do that. Allow users to link their account to your skill from within your application or website. We can't do that because we don't own Monday. Allow users to authenticate using your mobile app. If we get the attention of Monday through this, though, that would be fresh. All right. We're doing auth code grant flow because that's what Monday said. Why don't we do this? I'm going to split screen these. I might need to dip the Monday side out, though, if it requires me to show certain credentials. Oh, yikes. This got beat up. Maybe we won't split screen them. Never mind. It looks like garbage. Amazon is not very responsive. It's understandable. Okay, so we need to set up our redirect URL. One of these is the American one. I think it's Layla, but technically it could be any of these. Oh, we can add multiples. Oh, yes. No, don't leave. Oh my god, please don't leave. Let's set up all of these. Boom. It could be any of those. Boom. Even the Japan one. Boom. Awesome. Client ID. Great. Getting access token. So now we know the endpoint. So we need to copy this. All right, hold on. We can get the client ID. Scopes. Can I just copy part of this? Client ID, access token URI, web authorization URI. This needs to just be the URI though, because it's going to automatically append the client ID on it. Client ID. The secret I'm going to have to get somewhere else. That's our token endpoint. Great. We just need the secret, because that's how the secret is what it needs to do the refreshes. It shouldn't be using it on the initial request. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna. Yeah, here. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna copy that. We're gonna close that. I'm gonna move this over here while I paste it, because I think it'll show it in plain text. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. Never mind. It's all good. Back to OAuth over here. All right, we're in a good spot. You shouldn't see any of my super secrets. Client ID, client secret, HTTP basic. That feels right. The scopes we need. The full permission of your app, right? So where does this not have like everything in it? Required. How do I check this off? Can I get like this in string version? Maybe they're gonna handle it implicitly. Domain list is fine. Default expiration time. If an access token expiration is not provided, time in seconds in which it is valid. I don't know. Let's save this. And let's see if we can add account linking in the Voicify app now that it's set up. And we'll go do the same thing for Google. We got to spin up another app for it. That's fine. If we go to integrations and we add account linking, we just did this for Swab keys too, so it's like the same thing that's set up. We go to account linking. We're going to choose the app for Monday Manager. And we need to have a prompt in here. All right, let's just read the description. Provide a prompt to be presented to the user to request they sign into their account. A Google sign-in prompt should be a preface like to get your username, whereas Alexa prompt should contain the entire text of the prompt. To get your account details. In order to proceed, okay, so this needs to be like the whole thing. So we can say to let you interact with your monday.com resources. Alexa sign-in prompt. In order to let you interact with your monday.com resources, you need to link your Monday account. We've sent a card to your Alexa mobile app to get started. Okay, let's try that. Which this will basically generate a whole bunch of stuff for us in the Monday Manager, I think. Yep, there we go. We got like the Google sign-in response stuff. Awesome. And then from the welcome message, we can now attach a webhook for the start account linking process. Oh, I don't remember which one is named what because now we're using it in multiple apps. One of these is for... Oh no. I don't know which one is which. Which one of you was made first? There's so many integrations in here now because we do so much cool stuff. Is there a created date on these? Hold on. Let me see if I can monitor the network traffic and pull it out of VoiceFi. Not notifications, just the integrations, webhooks. Do we have a created date? I don't know. I don't know which one was first. I don't even know if it matters, honestly. Does it even matter? I don't even think it matters. All right, let's go to Monday Manager. Let's say right from the welcome message, you got to sign in, right? So we're going to go to the welcome message. We'll change this to say default welcome message. It's no longer a sample. And then we'll go and add the webhook to it. So from the default welcome message, integrations, account linking. So start one-time account linking process. That's the one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now that it's set up, I should be able to test this from here. So if we say open Monday Manager, let's see what we get.
I don't know that one.
Interesting. Oh, do we need to rebuild since we changed the name? Invocation to Monday Manager. Let's save and rebuild just to be safe. Oh, another thing I want to do real quick. I'm going to go remove that stop and more stuff from the interaction model that was giving us grief. So stop, we can get rid of cancel because that's part of the cancel intent. They're the same dang thing. And then the like, we don't even need these recipe ones. Oh, it was like show me the details is one. Yeah. All right, let's just save these. All right, it's building. Let's go set up the Google account linking. So to do that, we got to go set up another Monday app. Apps. Create new app. We got to change the name of the other one too. Monday Manager Google Action. Lets you use your Google Assistant to interact with your boards and dashboard. Save. For OAuth, we're going to just turn on all those scopes again except for user right. Right, that was the only thing. Skip users right. We want to be able to do everything else. We can always change this too, like before we actually go to production and submit this stuff. Like if we end up not needing all of this right stuff because it's either too hard or whatever, then it's fine. Collaborators, just swab pirate. Okay, so let's go do this. I'm going to just copy the client ID ahead of time. Can you sign in? Sign up for new account. Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, turn on account linking. Next. Account linking type OAuth and Google sign-in. Authorization code. Client ID. Client secret. Again, I got to go grab in secret. No one look. Okay. All right, everyone. You can look now. Oh god, is this going to show it in plain text though? Okay, don't look again. Okay, no, it didn't show it in plain text. Woof, you never know. Authorization URL. Where did it go? There it is. Google Action. OAuth request. Copy. Not dialog flow. I want that. Right, that's the one, but we're going to get rid of that. It's got to just be there. No, Dan, don't look. Please. Don't hack me. Come on. Alright, token. Next. Configure your client. Scopes. We still got to figure out if we need to actually apply those. The learn more URL. Describes the permissions. HTTPS Monday.com. Is it really that bad? I was gonna say, like you said, I looked like way later. Next. Testing instructions. Oh, we gotta give them access to an account, huh? Sign in with voice app at, oh god. We'll do swappirate.com. We can use that one. Voice apps. Password is secret. I'm going to tell you later. I'll tell them later before we submit. Alright, account linking information set up. This build is successful. Look at this timing. It's unbelievable. Alright, let's see if we can open Monday Manager. Give me that one.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Why? Why? Open My Monday?
In order to let you interact with your Monday.com resources, you need to link your Monday account. We've sent a card to your Alexa mobile app to get started.
Let's see if that actually worked. Also, hold on. Monday.com replied to my tweet. Look at this. They're even certified and everything. Oh my gosh. Monday.com people, if you're watching, thank you. Probably not, because we've only got like 5 viewers right now. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna open up the Alexa app. See if it works. We at least know that the flow of the account linking is working. Let's see if I go to my home. Is that it? I can never. They change up the Alexa. Enjoying it? No. Don't ask me to rate the app right now. I'm trying to do something. Let's see. It would be under activity. Oh. Hold on. Let me set up Visor so y'all can see my phone. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna not show it while let me do this. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb so you don't see all the fun stuff that people message me. Hold on. We're getting there. I'll get Visor up for you. Show my phone. It's right there. Please. I love how they're like, Google's going to remove Chrome app. First of all, I have the other desktop version before anyone says anything. Google's going to remove Chrome apps in March 2020. They didn't. They all still work. I mean, you can't add new ones as of March, but like they still work. Find devices. Yeah, I know it is. Oh, maybe they did stop working. Did I talk too soon? Hold on, let me get the other one up. What is it? Visor.exe. No? Where is it? That's the old one. Alright, maybe I won't be able to show you. Let me just see if... I'm going to tap link account. Okay, hold on. I got error invalid request, error description, invalid redirect URI. So we are getting at least to the auth page for them, but I got an invalid redirect URI. So let's go do this. If we go back to apps... Oh, that's sweet CSS. Absolute beaut. Let's rename this anyway to the Monday Manager Alexa skill. We might end up needing to regenerate the Alexa skill.
Sure. I've got one called...
Stop. Alright, so hitting link account is getting me invalid redirect URI. Oh, it didn't save. Dang it. Okay, hold on. That's why. So we got to go to Monday Manager, back to Tools, because that's what we are. Account linking, we got to copy these 3 URLs again. Account linked users will continue as the previous. Oh, okay, whatever. Alright, we got to take these. Add that. We never hit the save feature. Add that. Ba 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 ba. Add that. Save the feature. Oh, all these are set up. Oh no, that's for that. Oh, they're just letting us know. Okay. I'm gonna try again. I don't know why Visor's being a pain. Oh, I'm on the login page. Oh! Swab Pirates. That's the name of our group. Oh! Oh, it's working so far. Let's go. I'm gonna sign with my email. Oh wait, no, I signed up with GitHub. Enter your account's web address. What the heck? What are you talking about? Log in. Enter your email. Wait, what did I sign up with? Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. Account's web address. That's just swabpirates.monday.com, right? Swav. Okay, there it goes. I want to be able to show you this. Hold on. This is sick. Find my dang device. What are you doing? I got the other visor up too. Is it this one? Is it the same one? Oh no, that's the good one. Here we go. Oh, what? It's just not even... Oh, there we go. There we go. We're moving. Hold on, you're going to see in a sec. First of all, the UI of this login page is gorgeous. Look how oh, you can't even see it. They got oh, there it is. You see that? They got the little animations playing in the background. Also, this is way less blurry than it was last week. That update's got to be pretty clutch. All right. Okay. I am gonna hide this while I type it in. Type a password. Oh God, I hope I remember this. And I really hope Visor isn't running a keylogger. Oh, we're in. Wait, but it didn't kick me back. Oh, I think I messed it up. So here's my board, right? Here's all that stuff that we just set up in the browser. Gorgeous web app too. Jeez. Okay. It still thinks we're here. I'm gonna close this, right? So here's what I was trying to show you. In my activity list, if I go to link account, this is where we say Suave Pirates, because that's the name of the web address. But it's not actually redirecting us at all. That feels like their OAuth is not doing the flow properly. Let me do this. I'm gonna close all my stuff. We're gonna just start from scratch, I think. Right. More activity, link account. Suave Pirates. It just takes me here. Why is that happening? Let me see what this URL is. See, yeah, it's just taking me to the normal login. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this on the phone view, but we should have a whole bunch of stuff in here now. Should be a state object. Should be this whole massive string here should be state. Keep scrolling. Oh my gosh, keep scrolling. Can I copy from here? Does it copy across? Oh, it does. Beautiful. Alright. Login. Force existing account true. OAuth payload token. That doesn't feel right, but it's probably tokenizing everything else I sent. I wonder if it's messed up. One of the things that we didn't do on the app side was set up the scope, right? So we didn't set scope here at all. Listed domains that authorization URL will fetch content from you provide up to 30 domains. So I wonder if because we're not providing scope, if it's getting all messed up. But it doesn't really tell us. Maybe it's going to be in here for how we should handle the separation for the scope object. On the API, when you're asking to grant access to your app, you'll have to specify a list of scopes. I wonder if it's because we didn't provide any. Example, scope, optional. Like, can I just see? Can I see like what your sample of a scope looks like? Let's do this. We'll just look at the standard scope param. Ah, yes, examples. Show me Slack's example. Can I just see a full URL? Please? Show me a full URL. I get like the thing. I just want to see it in an example. There we go. Scope. So it's escaped, right? So team, and then plus in between. Okay. So let's try this. Oh, you know what? Maybe they might just handle it here. Enter scope. Like, should we just take each of our scope list items? Like, what if we try this? Oh, whoops. Me : read. Me read. Let's just start there. Let's try to add one. Oh, we gotta re-add the secret though. Man. All right, hold on. I gotta swing it over here. Let me swing it back. All right, so we got me read. We got basic scheme. Yeah. All right. Let's save this. Let's see if this works. I can try hitting it again as well. Save. Do we need to rebuild at all? Also, I still don't know why the invocation name is wrong. Oh, it changed it back to my Monday. Monday manager. Damn it. Save it. Build it. Get out of here. It must have been like a weird sync of like Voicify deploying the wrong version or the old version, and it was in the middle of building when we changed it or something. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. While this is building, because it will take a sec, we can get back to setting this up. So for Google, we need the redirect URL for Google, which should be somewhere. Where is this? How do I see the Google redirect URIs? Let's take a look. Google Actions account linking. It's probably just gonna be listed in the doc somewhere. We totally did this for Swab keys too. Ooh, zoom out. That's big. If you need me to zoom that in, let me know. But I'm zooming out, so it's actually a little more readable. OAuth linking. Right, where is ooh, account linking dialog flow. Let me take that. Now where is the Batman? Best practices concept. OAuth, right? Here we go. Implementation guide. I just need the URLs. The redirect URLs. Yeah, whatever. Create account. Streamline linked. Auth code grant flow. Implement the OAuth server. Already done. Easy. Verify the client ID and redirect your ID file. Yep. Confirm that the client ID matches the client ID you assigned to Google. Is this what I need? Confirm the URL redirect. Is that your project ID can be found in the project settings? So we need this. If we go back to our apps list, Monday Manager, Google Action. For OAuth, right, it's this /r and then the project ID for Monday Manager, which I think is this, my Monday. Blah, blah. Can I rename this, by the way? All right, hold on. Let's do this. Where's my project settings? I think it's that. I think it's just that URL. Project ID. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we take this. Boom. That's our URL. Boom. Easy. Next. This time we actually made sure to save it too. Oh, it's a video? Stop. We're not watching videos today. We're moving. It's hackathon time. All right, let's Alexa finish building. Right, we're cruising. Let's try this again. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
In order to let you interact with your Monday.com resources, you need to link your Monday account. We've sent a card to your Alexa mobile app to get started.
Indeed it did. I'm gonna link account. Exit. What is it? Suave Pirates. It's still just taking me over here. It's isn't this is the actual Monday app, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. That's probably why. I think that Android doesn't know which. I gotta uninstall the Monday app. Unfortunate. Hold on. It's gotta be that they're just taking every URL that's passed in that's a Monday.com and they're saying they can handle it, when indeed they cannot. They cannot handle it. So let's try doing it exclusively through the browser then, now that I've uninstalled the app. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna hide this while I type it in. Okay. Logging in. All right, that's what I wanted. Okay, so it wasn't an issue with the scopes necessarily. It was an issue with the fact that the app is installed. Here, profile information. Okay, so we do need to include the scopes because it did only say that one scope. So I'll authorize it. Unable to. Try linking your account again by visiting the Monday Manager skill page. Okay, let's go to the skill page and try it. Account linking required. Settings. Link account. We'll just do it all over again. Authorize. Unable to. Why? Can we... Are there logs? Can I look at logs? Analytics. You got anything for me here? Why account linking failed, please? Anything? Bueller? What do we got? Don't care about performance. Look at that, so fast. 100% endpoint response. So the account linking shouldn't even be touching the Voicify side. It just means something's configured wrong. Hold on, let's go look at Suave Keys. Because Suave Keys we did right. Because it works. Account linking. Yes. Auth code grant flow. Endpoint. Client ID. Client. Oh, credentials in request body. I wonder if that's why. If it's not HTTP basic. Oh, just sign me out. Come on, son. Alright, back to Monday Manager. Let's try changing that setting. Which unfortunately means I need to repaste this credentials in request body. We'll keep that. Actually, we can add the other scopes too while we're here. We know that those actually are required. It's not going to assume them. Alright, back to the Alexa skill one. Swing it over here. Show my secret. Copy the secret. Refresh the page so no one sees it. Paste the secret. You can't see it. Let's add some scopes. OAuth. Unfortunate that it won't let me copy anything. That's actually really frustrating. Boards : read. Let's just side by side these. Oh my gosh, it's just absolutely destroyed. Hold on. Boards read. And another scope. Boards write. Another scope. Work spaces read. Hey Benny, chill out. Chill out, you're okay. Users read. We need. I don't even want to do account read. Notifications write. I really wish there was a notifications read. That would be That would be dope. Updates read. Updates read. I do want updates write too, because that would be pretty cool to do. Tags read, teams read, webhook read. We don't need webhook read either. Let's be honest. Oh, assets read. Assets read. Tags read. Teams read. And that's probably pretty good. Okay. Let's turn that on too in case that was an issue. Maybe we need to rebuild. I don't think we should need to rebuild, but maybe we'll do it just to be safe. And let's test it out. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
In order to let you interact with your Monday.com resources, you need to link your Monday account. We've sent a card to your Alexa mobile app to get started.
Exit. Alright. Let's chickadee check it out. Activity. Link account. Let's try this again. Invalid scope param. I probably typed something in wrong. I don't know. You can't even like see that. It's super tiny. Alright. Back down here. Back to tools. Back to account linking. What did we mess up? We probably typed something in wrong, or it's not formatting right. Me read. Boards read. Here, let's side by side these again. This time we'll side by side this one. Oh, not that though. Here we go. Boards read. Boards write. Workspaces read. Users read. Wait, okay, account read we skipped. Notifications, right. Updates, read. Oh, there it is. Updates, right. That's one at least. Let's make sure the others are good too. Assets, read. Tags, read. Teams, read. And I, again, need to grab the secret here in order to save this. Save. All right. I wonder if oh, okay. It doesn't look very good here, but tapping on it again did bring me back. It's looking really messed up on the UI side, but that's fine. Authorize. Oh, successfully linked. Yes. Okay. Okay, so what was I wonder what the issue was then. What did we change? We added the scopes. That was fine. That didn't change anything. What did we change? Oh, we changed like a couple of the settings, but that was it. Oh, the response body. All right, so we're account linked. It should actually have my info now, which means if we start to build a webhook, we should be chilling. We should be chilling. All right, cool. So let's go make a new project, new ASP.NET Core web app. We're gonna call this Monday Manager. We're gonna put this. Actually, you know what? Let's do it on GitHub first. Let's go create a new GitHub repo. New repo. Monday Manager. A Voicify integration and app for an Alexa skill and Google action to use Monday.com APIs. We're gonna make it public. No secrets here. Initialize it with a README because that's how I do. Visual Studio README. We're gonna do this all in .NET, and we're gonna MIT license the hell out of it. Might license. All right, Monday Manager going up. Yo, Clancy, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. Catch all you up. We're competing in a hackathon for Monday.com. For hopefully a Tesla Model X if we do well. And what we're doing is building an Alexa skill and Google action at the very least to interact with Monday.com's boards and productivities, tools, and all that. And we'll be submitting it. So basically we're using Voicify to build and scaffold all the integration and conversation stuff. We've deployed it to Alexa, so we have an Alexa skill. We just set up account linking so I can sign into my Monday.com account from my Alexa device. I can do... Hey, thanks for the follow too, dude. Dude, it's been so long. I feel like I haven't seen you in like 2 years because of the whole COVID thing. Hope all is well. We also have the Google Action, which hopefully has the account linking set up. We haven't tested that yet. We just got it through on Alexa. And so what we're doing now is we're building actually a Voicify integration that's going to live behind the scenes. So all the requests from like Alexa and Google run through Voicify. We'll get the person's access token. We'll then pass that along in HTTP calls, basically, to an endpoint that we're going to write in .NET. We'll throw it up in Azure somewhere. That's going to like take their code, and then that's going to talk to the Monday.com APIs, and it's just a GraphQL API. We just got to pass those tokens up along in the authorization header, presumably. We haven't got that far yet. And then we can do things like read information about your boards, what's currently assigned to you, maybe make updates to it. And we're basically going to, like, once we have that foundation, see where we can go from there and actually kind of keep track of things and figure out what features we can build in a conversational way. So that's where we're at. We just built added the GitHub repository. We're going to just clone it in Visual Studio using the Team Explorer and then start building a basic webhook where the first thing we're going to do is just see if we can get the current user's like name or something and return that in a response. That's what we're going to shoot for at first. Once we have that, like once we know the baseline of like we can get the request, we can send it through Voicify regardless of what platform to the actual endpoint. Here we are, right? Is that it? Where did we end up? This isn't at all what I was cloning. Team Explorer, please. Did it open somewhere else? It's not in SwabBot. Okay. We'll just accept that. Go to connections. I like to do the actual like get stuff through Team Explorer just because it's a little more accessible to folks that don't know how to do get CLI when we're sort of using these as teaching moments. So do not knock me. I know how to use the CLI, but we're gonna actually connect to GitHub here. I don't know why it's being such a pain. All right, let's just clone this the old-fashioned way. Oh, actually, we could open it in GitHub Desktop too. We do have that installed. All right, projects, Monday Manager. There we go. We'll just use that. Okay, so we can close this crap. Let's go create our new project. We're going to create an ASP.NET Core web app. We'll call it Monday Manager. We're going to throw it into that new folder we just pulled down for Monday Manager. Create a new folder here called Source, and that's where we'll put it. That's it. So we can pull down the Voicify SDKs. We're going to do it as a web API. We don't need any auth stuff because it's actually all handled before the request gets there. Don't need to give you feedback. All right, let's get rid of all the weather forecast stuff that it likes to set up ahead of time. Stop. All right. And let's go add some NuGet packages. So we're going to add the Voicify webhook SDK 2.2.0. I think that's the latest. No, 2.2.1. Okay. So this is going to give us all the stuff to handle like the model inputs and all that, as well as like the result type. I'm pretty sure we're going to have service result in here, maybe. All the things we need to actually handle requests coming from Voicify's webhook calls, and then we can handle those just on a single controller endpoint. So basically, we can give it. We're just going to build one right now. We're going to run it. We're going to put an ngrok proxy in front of it, and we're just going to see if we can make like some raw API request. We'll start just by speaking the Monday.com token back to the user. But let's do this. We'll call this Voicify controller. It's going to inherit from controller. And we'll set up our route to be API / the name of the controller. And then we'll start by just having a public async task iAction results. And we're going to call it handle Voicify webhook. And then we'll have a from body, and it should be a content fulfillment webhook request, I think. Maybe I gotta go look at the sample here. I never remember. Into Voicify devs .NET webhook somewhere in here. .NET webhooks. Sample. Controller, basic samples, general webhook fulfillment request. Hey Zach, what's going on? Southern Meatloaf sounds dope. We're working on a hackathon right now for Monday.com, and basically what we're trying to do is build something that integrates with Monday.com. It's like a productivity tool, and we're going to build an Alexa skill and Google Action in front of it, so you can sign in with your Monday account and like look up your tasks and things like that. Okay, so this, we need, like, for example, we can pull a bunch of stuff off of this. So if we wanted the actual access token from the user, assuming they've signed in, we could say request dot, request dot original request dot access token. All right, so this is going to be like the Monday.com access token that we're pulling off of it. So to prove that the whole flow is set up, let's do this. We can return an OK response. We'll leave it as async task for now because we'll actually get to building it out. Can't believe they were doing protests going around, another crazy person. Oh, I don't know about stopping with the protesting. I'd rather see people stop killing each other. All right, we're going to return a new, content fulfillment, whatever the heck we do in the sample here. That's the one. General fulfillment response. Look at those names. New one of those. And then we've got data. That's going to be a new one of those. And then as an example, we can just set the output speech via the content to be the access token. So we can say, like, you are trying to request data as access token. And then after we prove this out, we'll then actually use the access token to make a request to Monday, get some data back, and go from there. But to make sure everything is set up right first, we can do that. And what I'm going to do is we can run this, see what port we're on, and then I'm going to spin up a PowerShell here. We can run some ngrok proxies in front of it. Now I do want to, I got to go change my proxy though to make sure I'm on the right port. I can't remember what my default proxy port set up for. Or you know we can do this. Ngrok, what is it? I feel like I'm just like, my brain is not working right for getting the not that. Hold on. Where's my other one? I can bring this back over here now for our little handy dandy app. We can do ngrok. I just need to look at the list of commands. We can just do it with a temporary one. Yeah, it's just HTTP. If I ever had saffron, like the food, the vegetable or whatever, yeah, I've probably had it, I think. Here's our port number. Ngrok HTTP that. Give me a URL. Alright, so what we can do now is we can take this URL that I just shamelessly copied, go back to Voicify, and create a new custom webhook. So we go to Add New Integrations, add a custom webhook. We can call this the Alex local, what do we want to call it? This is the Suave Pirate local thingamabob. What do we want to call this? Like Monday API request. Makes API requests to Monday for authenticated users. And then our URL, oops, it's going to be that /API/Voicify/ handle Voicify request. The content type is going to be a content item response resolver, and we'll use a test token for now. I just realized though I totally forgot to put the HTTP method over the action here. So we can do HTTP post because that's what we expect, and we'll just call it this. Call it the same name. There's one show called Iron Chef America. Iron Chef Jeffries, a Karen spilled lots of saffron. Yeah, isn't it like a super thin herb? Saffron. Am I thinking of the right thing? It's a spice, right? So oh yeah, see, yeah, it's like super thin. He spilled it like everywhere. That sounds like it would be very slippery. I just realized I totally gave the wrong method name here. Ngrok. Here we go. Let's edit this URL real quick. That's what I want. And expensive. Oh yeah, true. All right, in Monday Manager, we're going to add a new folder for test stuff, test requests. And in here, let's create a question and answer We'll just call this like account access test. This is just going to validate that the user signed in, right? So, am I signed in? Or let's just say sign in test. Like if we just say what is sign in test or sign in test, and then for the response we'll say you are not, or something went wrong, because this is the response that's going to be given if the webhook does not work or doesn't do anything. And we'll end the session there because it's just going to be a one-time test. So now on the account access test, we're going to go grab the webhook and attach it into the integrations. So if we say Monday, right? There's our API request one. We add it. And we can add another parameter here too, just to make sure we're getting everything sent over. So we'll call this test param, and the value will be this is a test. Can you make me a loaf of bread? All right, hold on. Hey Siri, can you make me a loaf of bread?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No.
Okay.
Brought shame. Sorry, Zach. She does not know how to make bread. Unfortunate. All right, webhook's on. We got a conversation item where I can say like, what is sign-in test? So now let's do this. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday. You can sign in with your Monday.com account and then ask questions about your tasks.
What is a sign-in test?
You are not, or something went wrong.
All right, so we got the request. We got a 502. Bad gateway. Oh, we're not running, are we? Duh. Okay, that's why. Don't worry, we'll we'll figure it out. We know how to write code. Oh yikes, that'll do it. Huh? Missing a quote. Okay, so instead of getting that you are not or something went wrong response, we do want the you are X access token. All right, so we can try that again. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday. You can sign in with your Monday.com
Alexa,
account. And then
what is a sign-in test?
You are not, or something went wrong.
We got the request that time. It did stack. Are we not hitting the right? Let's see if we hit the breakpoint. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday. You can
Alexa,
sign in with your Monday.
What is a sign-in test? Oh, you know, I guess we could one-shot that.
You are not, or something
We're not
went
hitting
wrong.
the breakpoint. We're getting API / Voicify / handle Voicify webhook, but we are not hitting our endpoint. Why? Excuse me? What am I missing here? It's a post endpoint to API / the name of the controller should be /Voicify / handle Voicify webhook. Are we not running on the right port? Did it change ports on us? 44390, that's the HTTP port. 44390. If I go to, oh, that's the HTTPS endpoint. Uh-oh. What's the HTTP endpoint? That's why. We're running against the wrong thing. Hold on. What is my... We can find out. We can just go to the project properties here. We could probably just set it to something a little nicer too. What is our HTTP endpoint? Application debug. That's what I want. 51060. Hold on. We'll kill this process. ngrok HTTP 51060. We'll rerun this. If I get rid of the HTTP, let me go to 51060. Okay, cool. I think I did just get a new URL though, so I do need to go change the webhook as well. But that's okay. Go to Voicify, go to integrations, swing on down to our Monday one. Yeah, it's definitely a different URL. I do have a paid version of ngrok that I can use. And then I can keep the consistent ones, but I'm just trying to get this one thing to work. All right. We are debugging. We are running the proxy. Alexa, ask Monday Manager, what is a sign-in test?
Sounds like you said something I don't support. Try asking something about your tasks and be sure that
Alexa,
you have linked your Monday.
What is a sign-in test? We should hit this breakpoint.
You are not, or something went wrong.
Come on, son. Bad request. Why is that a bad request? Where is my this? Bad request would be something that we would explicitly send back. Something does not seem right here. 51060. I'm not seeing any breaking outputs. Bunch of weather forecast stuff. Is our startup not properly set up? Oh, you know what we need to do? Just like we do in every dang project. I'm gonna open up SuaveKey so we can copy paste some of this stuff. We got to do all the like Newtonsoft extension stuff because otherwise the Alexa requests get all messy. Because it's all using Alexa.net, and if we can't handle the JSON deserializing properly, it gets all mad at us. So basically, we want this. We don't need SignalR though. All right, so. We can stop running this. We can leave the proxy running so we don't have to grab another URL. But if we do that, we need to pull in this namespace, or this NuGet package rather, which I can never remember. You know, I'm also going to add Swagger because that sounds nice. Swagger for doing some of this test stuff would be dope. Actually, you know, we don't really need it. What is the NuGet package that we have to add though? ASP.NET Core MVC Newtonsoft JSON, and I think we are still on 303 in this case too. All right, dependencies, NuGet packages, Newtonsoft. That's the one, not 317 though. We are still stuck on 303. All right, if we install this, hopefully we can get it to hit. Please. Alright, let's run it locally. Luckily, we should be able to just one-shot right into it. See how it goes. Proxy still running? Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my
Alexa,
Monday.
What is a sign-in test?
You are not, or
Bad
something
request
went wrong.
right away. Exit. Why don't we also just try, let's try deploying this to Azure real quick. Right click publish, new app service. We're gonna just set this up as a free one. Monday Manager Dev. We'll set this up in Suave Streams. We'll set it up. We're gonna do a new plan. Monday Manager Dev plan. It's gonna be free because we're cheap. We don't need App Insights for now. Okay. Create the app service. Once that's done spinning up, we'll deploy it. I'm wondering if it's just an issue with like the proxy forwarding. I was having issues with this before too. You know, we can also do this in the meantime while that's spinning up. We're gonna end up using that resource anyway, so it's not a big deal. If we go to where is it? It's under my user ngrok2. Open this in VS Code. We could change this port to run to 51060. Don't touch my auth token. It's expired anyway. All right. Now if we do, instead of this, come on. Well, first of all, let's publish that. And then here, if it ever wants to stop, you do ngrok start alex integrations. I think is what I called it. Did that do it? Is not defined. What is it? Alex integrations. Oh, integrations, just the one. Ngrok run integrations. Ngrok start. Oh yeah, ngrok start integrations. Start integrations. All right, so now this is going to be our permanent URL anyway, so we should use this. So grabbing that more permanent one, let's go re-update the Monday webhook. Skip all that stuff. We'll keep the perma one. So there's nothing there. Save it. We should run it as well, and if that doesn't work, then we'll try sending it to the Azure App Service that we just deployed. All right, Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday.
Alexa,
You can sign in.
what is a sign-in test? Temporary redirect.
You are not, or something went wrong.
All right, am I just like missing something here? What do we do in swap keys? Like, this was totally working here. Oh, we did controller base. I don't know. I mean, that shouldn't really make a difference, but let's rerun it. Handle Voicify webhook. That is the endpoint, right, that we're hitting. Handle Voicify webhook. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday.
Alexa,
You can sign.
what is a sign-in request?
You are not, or something went wrong.
We're getting 307s. That feels like the weirdest response to get back. 51060, that is the port we're running, right? She spoke up here? Really? That's so funny. 51060. I feel like we gotta be missing something else. Localhost 51060. And it's just, oh, we got to get rid of the enforce SSL redirect to do the proxy properly. Not that, this, no, not that, this. What if we just don't, what if we just don't enable SSL? How about that? How about you just don't do SSL and stop forcing redirects? Oh, you know, no, it's in the startup where we force the redirect. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. Right, it's in here where we do like the, yeah, that. We don't want to do that. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to
Alexa,
my Monday.
what is a sign-in test? There we go. Let's go. Okay, so we should have the access token.
You are not, or something
All
went
right,
wrong.
if we get rid of the breakpoint now. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my
Alexa,
Monday.
what is a sign-in request?
You are trying to request
There we
data
go.
as a JHBGC or JUSI199.
Alexa, stop. Not gonna have it read out my whole access token. All right, that's it. All right, we got the access token. We're good. Let's start trying to hit one of these Monday APIs, huh? All right, where's the, like, does Monday have APIs? Yes. Okay. Sending requests. Content type, authorization. That's the API key. So we're just gonna send that up directly, I think. I don't know if we need to pass it up as a bearer token technically, but we'll try it. The request body is where your query and variables are passing, right? So we can do a post to this. Authorization is that. Query me name. This is a post though, right? Yeah, it's always going to be a post. All right, let's try this real quick. We're going to pass this up just directly. Just give me my name. Let's do temp. Actually, let's do this. We're going to commit the initial project. Initial project and webhook endpoint. Push it. Push it. We got the access token. We're gonna say temp here. We're not gonna commit to this stuff being permanent. Get the current user. We'll end up abstracting all this stuff. We'll say var client is a new HTTP client. We're gonna say var. Let's do var response is await client dot post async post. Hello. Oh. Give me system.net. Give me that. post async. I gotta look at that. New string content. It's gonna be that. We gotta escape these. There we go. It will do encoding.utf8. I need system.text utf8, and then we'll do application JSON. Okay, that's all we're posting. Stop with that. On this side, we have to set content type to application JSON, and we need to set the authorization header. That's the URL, just API/v2. All right. Client.default headers dot authorization equals, actually we just do this, add authorization, and then we'll just try the access token. If that doesn't work, we can do it with bearer, and then we do client.default headers add content type, and that's also application JSON. Go away, squigglies. I know I did it right. All right, so we can do var output JSON is await response.read as .content.read as string, and then let's just throw this in there and see what happens. All right, we'll run it. We'll keep the proxy running too, so we don't have to change any of that. We can just immediately start asking. This is what I wanted to do like the whole time with like Suave keys and the Warzone controller, getting the proxy working. Ngrok is like finally getting itself together for me. All right, let's put a breakpoint here though, see what the output is. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday.
Alexa,
Sign in with
what is a sign-in test? Go. Output JSON. Null. What is the response? We did get an okay. Oh my gosh.
You are not, or something went wrong.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's working. What? You serious? Look at that. That was so easy. Boom. That's my name. Wow. Okay. Wow. We're cruising. We need a GraphQL client. All right. I'm gonna pause for a sec. I'm gonna get something to drink and use the bathroom, and then let's get in there and start actually cranking on some of these API calls. Like we're signed. Oh, actually, let's do this before I step away. Boom. Check. Boom. Check. 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 Like, we are absolutely cruising through this. So now we just need to figure out, we need to basically, I'm going to add like another like 5.5 create abstraction layer for talking to Monday GraphQL. So we're going to do this, and then all we got to do is like handle what types of inputs we're looking for and properties we need, and we'll build them as webhook parameters. And then we are literally cruising, and then it's all just properly setting up more features once we get that going. So we already got like the actual calls working, we got the account linking, we know we can hit the API and that it just works. So now we just got to basically build an abstraction layer over like this stuff and make it really clean and really easy to configure, and then it's there. That is the Alexa skill, that is the Google action with a few tweaks, which means that Sunday will just be like adding more features and getting it submitted and all that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another drink and we'll keep moving.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Gonna give. Never gonna give.
Okay, we're back. We're ready. This is like the hackathon vibe I was going for. We are absolutely smashing this. Okay, limitations. Wait, hold on. It is based on complexity level, which is limited to 10 million requests per minute per account. That's insane. I've never seen someone with such a fat cap on that. It's actually nuts. Okay, I don't think they have an SDK for .NET, which is unfortunate. So maybe we can set something up there. Quick start JavaScript. Yeah, I feel like they don't have any .NET. So actually, it's really unfortunate we're doing .NET because GraphQL clients in .NET are not super easy. Okay, so what we need to learn are what the actual things are that we can actually make use of. We need to have the models for the output types, and we need to have the models for the input types, basically. Getting all the data from a board. So we can just get like all the boards, let them get in. We can put some of that stuff in session. And we can basically just break it down by like areas of things we need. Like if we need user information, board information, group information. Let's write this down. Hold on. So levels of info we care about: user, team, board, group, task group, I guess. I don't know what they call it, and then task. Those are the levels I'm thinking about starting with for us. So if I want to get like my name or something, that's fine. Versus like what team I'm on, versus like the board I'm in and stuff like that. Kind of help us like dig a little bit. Creating a new item. Board ID. What is up, my friends? Neat. Creating a new item using GraphQL variables. Okay. With column values populated. Right. Congratulations, you have completed this tutorial. Treat yourself, you deserve it. Thanks, Dipro. Dipro. Whatever your name is. Okay. Become a pro. No, that's actually not what I wanted. Developers. I just want to know, I want their model, right? How do I do that? Let's see. .NET GraphQL client. Let's just start there. Whatever we can do to make this easier for ourselves. GraphQL.net is an org for it. I've already started this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Create a new GraphQL request with a GraphQL HTTP client using Newtonsoft serializer. And hold on, I've got like notifications that just blow up my phone, so I took it off Do Not Disturb. I want to, hold on, what is this? Be careful when using byte array in your variables object, and most JSON serializers will treat as binary data. If you really need a list of bytes with byte array, use list of byte. Alright, that's neat. Execute query mutation. Person in films request. I don't really understand. Oh, so this is just how we can get... Okay, so we just got to build models for our output responses and stuff. Use subscriptions. Create subscriptions. Okay. Star Wars example. Let's see if there's some other ones out there too. Does .NET have one yet? Code. .NET, create a schema. Oh, this is like on the other side, right? Schema for blah blah blah. I want to just create models for the output types too. Like, is there a way to do that? I also want to just explore Monday's APIs. Like where, using GraphQL, where can I just explore these? Unlike REST APIs where you clarify, where there's clearly defined structure, yeah. For those of you who don't know, GraphQL lets you basically define exactly what you're looking for on the request and specify object structure on the way up. And as long as it matches their model structure that they've defined, like where the things you can use, then you're good to go. So like, for example, we could say like, give me all the boards, but I only care about the name of the boards. Or we can say like, give me all the boards and I want everything in it, including like subtasks, and there's like caching and batching of inner queries and stuff like that. It's a super dope spec. It's not necessarily the easiest to consume on the client side because it puts more on us, the ones consuming the GraphQL API, to put in the work to understand exactly what we want, when we want it, and how to structure those requests, versus like REST APIs where the server tells you the very few things, not necessarily few, it could be thousands of endpoints, but the very specific things that you can do and the very little data you need to do that. And so when there's a build for that, it's a lot easier to auto-generate a client for it and just use the things you know how to use. That's why like when we set up Swagger for our RESTful endpoints like we're doing for our webhook, we could very easily generate a client for it. The client doesn't have to think much. It just is, here's the endpoint and the things that it needs and the things it gives me back, and it's done. GraphQL is very fluid, and so it puts more work on us to actually set up. And they do have a REST API, but it's deprecated. It doesn't do like half the things that the other ones do. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Working with variables, like we have to basically send all these things up, and then you can specify variables too. So this value variable here, like we can say like do this, and then here are the variables, and it'll set that whole object there, which is neat. We don't really have to do that because we're going to be basically constructing them ahead of time for specific use cases. So we should be good to go. All right, here's how they list them. Boards, like we said, columns which go on items. I think items is that. Items by column values, which is nice. So we can query items. Can we query boards with items? Do the boards have the items on it? Fields, activity logs, ID. Okay, so we could just get all your boards and all your items in one thing, stash that in session. That could be useful. Like if we just take all that, shove it into the session, and then we're just working on it in memory. Fewer API requests we have to sit and wait on. Worth considering. Not sure how it's going to perform for bigger boards, but there's potential. Column values. So one thing to note about Monday, let's see. Let me go, where's our Monday that we had set up? All right, if we go to like the board here, each one of these columns is totally customizable, including like the type that it is. Like I can add a new column here, and like here are these types, and there's even more column types, which has like super types, column sound. Like look at these. There's like third-party types, and there's so much stuff you can do. But I could also just be like a timeline type, and then it's like a time range. Like I do this to that, right? 23rd to the 26th. That's my time. Like that. Now that's a type. We can get those values out using the API. It looks like. Is there a way to know items like where I am assigned? I guess we could go by column value. I wonder if this value is like a user ID for those item fields. Hold the actual data within the board while the different values of each item are stored in columns. Okay. Querying me. And it's just a user object. And user objects have account that has restricted access, created, email, enabled. So we can say like who's it assigned to. We can get the user out of it. Let's list some of the things we actually need. Focusing on the board. So what boards do I... let's just list like basically flat questions that we want to be able to answer. What boards do I have? How many items are in board X? How many items in board X are assigned to me? How many items in board X are overdue? So it means that they've passed. Are overdue or passed. So we can check any column values where the current date is like outside the range. Add a new item to board X for Y. So that could be the creation side. That would be a mutation. Why don't we start with these two? Like we could basically just create methods in here. First of all, we can close swap keys. We don't need it. Let's add a folder. House providers. I'm going to create an interface in here for basically... Let's do this. Oh, not a folder. Oh, no. Create an iMonday API provider. iMonday API provider. Or Monday data provider. We'll also need models in here. Folder, models, and we'll have specifically models for Monday. We'll just subfolder it. I do also want to add the result pattern in here if we don't already. So we'll say service result. I'll go grab that. So now our iMonday data provider, that's going to be an interface. And basically this is going to need to provide data for each of those like raw data endpoints. So like we're going to end up having like a task of result of board array. And we'll end up having to create that object. We'll grab the service result for board for that, and then let's go create a board object. Board. We'll end up filling these out as we go, but we do at least need them. So this will be get all boards. We do need to take in access token. We'll start there. If we need other things, that's fine. And then we're going to want basically a response service layer. So we can say like business logic wise, we can have services, and we can have the Monday manager response service. That'll be an interface. So this is going to actually be handling all of the mapping from like the responses that come back from the data level to like what we're actually building as the output. So these will always be returning a general fulfillment response. So in this case, we could have a task of result of general fulfillment response, and this will be the handle get board count, or we'll just say get board count. And this will actually take in the underlying request. So our controller is going to become very slow, and we're basically going to push off all of the business logic level to here. And that's all we have to worry about. So as we add things that are basically the different types of responses we build for the different circumstances, those will go here. And yeah. Now I kind of want to make this in a way where we have like universal and like a universal way of handling the configuration. Like I want to just be able to go into Voicify and create a conversation item and like get the output of that. I wonder if we can do that with static stuff or generic. So if you say task, result, let's do this. I'm going to try it in both ways. We'll get a feel for both ways. This will still be a general fulfillment response. And this will be handle generic Monday request. This will still be general webhook fulfillment request. Now basically what I'm thinking is like if we have parameters on there that are like whatever the GraphQL query is, and then variables on the output, and we can like find them and basically match them, then we can do it that way, and then we can just manage them in Voicify without having to come back and like update code or anything. Alright, so let's build our actual Monday data provider. Monday data provider. This is going to have, first of all, it's got to implement the iMonday data provider. And we're going to have yeah, let's do this. We'll have a private async task. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Private async task of T. That is send query. This will take the access token and a string version of the query. We need the type here too. And then we're going to pull in that .NET GraphQL library we were just looking at. I just want to get the NuGet package right. 315. That's the one. Alright. NuGet packages. There we go. Interesting. It has a requirement on system.reactive. Okay. So if we go look at the docs for the GraphQL.NET client, we create the client, we can inject this. We probably should. Let's do that. Let's inject this. So in our data provider, private read only of these client, and it will generate the constructor for it. Alright. So task of T. We need to do client dot, how do we set headers? HTTP client default headers. Okay, cool. So we can still get access to that. Add authorization, access token, and then var responses awaits client dot query for T, new GraphQL request, and the query is that. We can worry about variables and stuff as we go if we end up needing to. So, for example, now that we have that set up, our get all boards, where'd the Monday docs go for that? I don't care for that. I want developers. Let's just go to do we have an API? Let's start from here. Accessing GraphQL API. Start with that. Actually, where is this sandbox? API Explorer. There we go. We need a token. I can go grab one real quick. I'm gonna pull this over here and go grab an API token so we can get in there. 1 second. Just doing it where you can't see all my top secret stuff. admin API generate copy close that. Hopefully it doesn't show it. I'm gonna just try one real quick to make sure it doesn't show it beforehand. Just give me 1 second here. API tokens, do that, do that. So if I do boards, what if I just do boards? Boards. What does that return me? Alright, cool, yeah, it's not showing it. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna close some of this stuff we don't need. That already done, easy. This one I want to keep up. All right, so this is our go-to, right? So I can get boards. The default is asking for ID. I can also say name. Oh, look at that, it's pre-filling it too. I can say items, and then within items I want the name and the ID, and I want columns, column values. Perfect. All right, run it. Boom, look at this object, right? So SwapStream sample board, which has items with column values, and within the column values we're grabbing the ID, but we could also grab the value. So let's rerun that. And this is a string version of a JSON object, so that's going to be important to note. Okay, so if we look at these, right, SwapStream sample board, item 1, item 2, all that good stuff. That's this. SwapStream sample board, item 1 to item 2. It doesn't have the groups by default. Let's see if we need to, if we can specify groups. Is that at the, here we go, groups. It doesn't like something about this. Does this need to be an object? Oh, we need to select subfields. ID, items. I wonder if we should just do it this way. Items, and then we need ID, name. Let's see if we should do it that way. Query complexity. Oh, yikes. All right, so let's get rid of this. It doesn't like us sending too much. Oof. Too many things it's asking for. What if we get rid of that? Okay, so we get the, interesting. Can we get name? Title, I guess is what it's called. Groups, there's the 2. Okay. And then I can't get items because then it gets mad at me. Name. Alright, so it doesn't like that. Can we do groups separately and then items? And then can I say name here? That works, so that's not too complex. Can I ask for group? Okay, so we do have the group ID. So we can get the groups and the items, and we can query these separately. And like this is like a really good start. So we just need to choose like which structure we actually want. I know this is probably a little small, so let me zoom in. So basically we pass this in, and we'll get all of the groups. And like if we could just make this a variable, and then say I want like boards. I gotta figure out how to do the generic stuff. Maybe that's something we'll do Sunday. But for today, let's at least make the ability to get the number of boards. Right? That's what we're shooting for. So we can take this output and we can make this async. Oh, we should return response. Response data. Okay. We'll expose it. Say var boards is await send query with we want board array. Come on fingers, work with me. Board array. We'll pass in the access token, and then we'll pass in this. Beautiful. It's Kind of gross, but that's fine. So what we need to do is actually have, and I guess we can now return success result, new success result of board array, and we'll pass in boards. Perfect. So we need to create the actual board structure for these, where we know we have like name and stuff like that. So if we go to board and we look at basically all the stuff we got back here, each one of these board objects, we should have ID as a string and name as a string, and then we'll have groups and items. So let's do prop string name, prop string ID, prop list, or we'll do item array, items, and then we'll do group array called groups. Also just realized I can't see you. There we go. Hello, everyone. Alright, so now we need to create the item and group objects too. So in Monday's folder, we'll create item, and we'll create group. Now we can always expand on these once we know what we have and what we need. For now, we'll add the string ID and string title for group. And then I think it's just name and ID for the item. Name. Let's take a look at the API. Group is that, oh, we do have the group object in here too. Okay, that's fine. We can start here. So our data provider is able to pull that down when we just pass this up, right? Now our service, let's do this. We're going to add a new class, Monday Manager Response Service. Actually, I'm just going to call it Monday Response Service. We can rename the interface here too. This is a bad name. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Oh, I accidentally just ran it. Wow, that was actually really fast. Alright, don't need to call it Monday Manager Response Service. We know we're in the Monday Manager. It's all within the name here, but this is the Monday Response Service. So this needs to implement the I version of it. And we also need a private read-only version of the iMonday data provider. And we'll create a constructor with it. Right, so now this, I don't ever want to return a bad result. We always want to return okay here, because this is going to be key for us to returning a success. Actually, you know what? We shouldn't even use results here then. This should just always guarantee one of these, and it should never throw an exception. We should always at least return a success result that has output that explains that something went wrong. Okay. So we're going to catch any exception at this level. Oops. We'll console write it for now, whatever the exception is, and we'll return a new one of those where the data is a new one of those, and the content is, for now, we can say something went wrong. Oops. Oops. Need a semicolon down here. For this, we'll just return something that says this isn't implemented yet. This is the generic one where we actually want to, like, let's just say, like, to do, take the webhook parameter as a GraphQL query string, and then replace variables in the response. Response parameter. Okay. And for now, we'll say not implemented. Implemented. I'm going to copy this up here. And then in this case, though, we do have the ability to actually get the board. So we'll say var boards is await the provider get all boards. We'll say request.access token. Request.original request.access token. Dot token. There we go. Now, what we can do here, though, is say if request.originalRequest.AccessToken is null or empty, we do need to be signed in first. So we can say if string is not null or empty, is null or empty for the access token, we can actually return a response here that says you need to link your Monday account before requesting data. And I think there's actually something we can do here. There's an account linking. What type is this? Is this a bool? Oh, new account linking model. There we go. We can actually take this from the other output. So just like we did before, where we have the in order to ask about your Monday account, you need to link your Amazon and Monday accounts. I've sent a card to your Alexa app to get started. And then for the Google prompt, we can do to ask about your Monday account. Basically that. So they do it like a little bit differently, which is why it's two different prompts. For Alexa, you gotta send like the whole thing. Okay. Otherwise, right now we've got the boards. We can say we're gonna do this with variables. So we're gonna return the response that is the request dot original dot response dot content dot replace, and we'll say board count with boards dot count data dot count. If boards dot result type does not equal okay, then we should also return a response here. Oh, we don't need that though. Should basically return this as like a hey, something went wrong. Uh-oh. Copied it with that. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Fix the braces. In this case, we'll say something went wrong getting your boards. We can do this with the actual replacement too. So we can say boards.errors.first or default. Okay. This does not seem to like something here. Cannot convert method group to character. What are you talking about? This returns a string. Oh, this is the... Oops. There you go. No, that should be fine. Replace. Old... Why is it trying to do it as a character? Replace. It should be able to do the string type, right? So if we do replace old value, so we're going to say board count, and we want to replace that with boards.data dot length, because it's an array. Fine, dot to string. You happy now? Okay. Now, from our controller endpoint, we can create a new endpoint, right? We'll keep this as a temporary one, but we can create one in here. It still needs to be an HTTP post, and we can say get board count. So that'll be an explicit feature. Get board count response. But our result will be awaiting, and we need to inject now a private read-only iMonday response service. Excuse me. Monday response service. Create the constructor. Fantastic. await the Monday response service dot handle generic Monday request, and we can just pass in the request, and then we'll return OK with the result dot data, because that'll be the actual fulfillment response. Oh no, we don't need dot data because there is no result type. Okay, so this is all temporary. We should actually probably just get rid of this. I'm going to comment this out. This might be where we handle the generic one, but we'll see. We do need to register all of that dependency injection goodness we were talking about. So what we can do is say services.addScoped. And we'll start with the provider. So we have an iMonday data provider. And that's going to be with a Monday data provider. And we have services.addScoped. We have our Monday response service. And then we also need to inject that type for the GraphQL client. So we're going to want that. Services, add scoped, S. What is the override? There's like the factory one. P and S. But this is actually going to be, instead of that URL, we need the Monday one. Boom. That's our base. Where's our startup? There we go. And we need the Newtonsoft JSON serializer. Where does that come from? Weird. That should be there. Does not exist in current context. First of all, get rid of that. Do I need to do something here? Newtonsoft JSON serializer is not being pulled up. Why? Is there a different package I need? Samples, examples, here we go. Show me the CS proj. There it is. There it is. Another package. We were just missing one. Oh, it's right here. Boom. 315. Keep the same version. I think Sunday, I'm probably gonna also set up a. I'm thinking I'm gonna set up a little GIF of Tesla Model X floating around on stream as well to keep us motivated. Why we're doing this. That did not pull it in. What happened there? Are these like not the same? These are the same version. What the heck? Serializer? Newtonsoft. What are we missing here? Let's go see if there's like a namespace it needs. Oh, that's the output object. Also, oh my gosh, it's literally defining them right there. Yuck. Program. That. Give me that. Give me that namespace. You happy now? Boom. Cannot convert lambda expression to type. I mean, like this is a valid thing now. Services, add scoped. Right, if you do this, it's right there. Oh, it returns the T service. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay. I think that's everything we're injecting, right? So we've got the client talking to Monday. We've got the data provider, and we've got the service. We should be able to, let's see if it builds, and then we'll run it with the ngrok proxy and go from there. And then once we get it running, we'll add the new end. Actually, we can probably add the new endpoint now, right? Let's spin this up. Ngrok is hopefully still connected. Looks like it is. It should tell us too if once it has it open. Okay, so now we need to grab that new endpoint that we just created, which is the /get board count. So let's go create a conversation item in Voicify for our app. And in Monday Manager, we're going to create a new folder that are board questions. We can create a new question answer that is board count. Input phrases can be how many boards. Output can say you have board count, right? That's that variable we're replacing. Boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one? Why don't we do something like that? Alright, we can save and activate that. I do need to go create that webhook or update the other one. Not that. We want, yeah, swap pirate local Monday. That's going to be get board count. This is going to be Monday get board count. Okay. And now from that conversation and that board count one, we'll go add the webhook here. Board count. Perfect. And we should be able to ask it, and let's see if we hit our webhook. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to My Monday. You can sign in with your Monday.com account and then ask questions about your tasks.
Tell me how many boards I have. Nailed it. Alright, let's step through and make sure we get everything.
You have board_count.
Wait, why did we call generic?
Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Ugh, we called the wrong method. Exit. Handle.
Sounds like you said something I don't support.
Get board count.
Try asking something about your tasks and be sure that you have linked your Monday account.
How many boards do I have?
Sounds like you said
Alexa,
something I don't support.
Tell me how many boards I have. Alright, we're stepping through. Get access
you have
token.
board_count.
Oh,
boards.
whoops.
Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Tell me how many boards I have. Step through.
You have
Hit an exception here.
board_count.
Exit.
Boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Exit. Okay, it failed to deserialize the JSON object into board array because the type requires a JSON array. Let's go back and look at the output here. Oh, because it's like it's a full response type. Right, so this is underneath what we want. Like this is what we were just trying to cast the whole thing to, but we actually get this whole object back. So what we need to do is make a type here. Okay, let's do this. We need a Monday request type that's generic. So in models, gonna have a Monday API response. That's gonna be of type T, and we'll have a prop T data, and then we'll have a boards response. Right, and that's going to have a array of boards called boards. And so what we're really looking to do in the provider is we're actually trying to get this, first of all, should end up returning a board response. This should be a Monday response of type T. API response, so we call it, right? Monday API response of type T, and this should return data.data. How useful. And so we want to send not for a board array, but for a board response, and then we can say boards.boards. That's kind of a gross naming convention, but we'll try it out. Little errors. Cannot convert what? Board array to. Did we not make this an array? Board array. Called boards. Oh. That needs to be that. There we go. Alright. Spin it up. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday. You
Alexa,
can sign in with
tell me how many boards I have. Alright, we're stepping through. Exception.
you have board
Null reference
underscore
exception.
count, boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Exit. Alright, we hit a null reference exception somewhere in here in the provider. Right, in the Monday data provider. Let's step through on this side then. Alexa, ask Monday Manager to tell me how many boards I have. Okay. We step.
You have board underscore count,
Boards is null.
Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Tell me how many boards I have.
You have board underscore count, boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Data. Data is null. Why is data null
Sounds
there?
like you said something I don't support.
We have an
Try
object.
asking something about
Alexa,
your tasks
exit.
and be
So something kind of seems weird here. Do we have an access token? Please show me my access token. Ooh. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we have an access token. We have a Monday API response, but the data is not there. Alright, hold on. Response status code is okay. We're not getting anything back though, or something's kind of getting messed up here. Let's see, is there a way to just get the raw JSON? Serialize the response. See if there's a way in this SDK just to get the raw JSON. Make sure we're getting something back. Okay, so we can just say we don't even have to specify the type. Oh, they are actually using type stuff here. All right, hold on. Let's see if there's a way for us to just send it without the type. Send query async. It does not like that. Send query async. What if we just pass dynamic? Will that work? Can we see what the dynamic is? Let's try it. I just want to. It's not even telling me if it's like not successful. Alexa, open Monday Manager.
Welcome to my Monday. You can sign in with your Monday.com account.
Alexa,
and then ask.
tell me how many boards I have. Response. Oh, look at that.
You have board underscore count, boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Exit. Okay. Why was it giving me null before? Like, I'm getting that data. Look at this. We have the data here as an object with boards on it. It doesn't have that data layer Oh, I wonder if that's just automatically being handled by them. I wonder if I just need to say T. Let's try that again. Oh. Gotta get rid of the extra data here. I wonder if they're handling the like data property stuff because that's normal in GraphQL. I didn't know if they were going to do that for us. In which case we can delete that Monday response model. Alexa, ask Monday Manager to tell me how many boards I have.
You have board underscore
There we
count,
go. We got 6.
boards. Do you want to learn more about the first one?
Tell me how many boards I have.
You have 6 boards.
Yes,
Do you
there we
want to learn
go.
more about the first one?
Exit. Boom, 6 boards. Easy. You know what else we can do? We can shove the boards into session attributes. And then we can use them for like context later as well. Oh, so this is perfect. Okay, let's do this. I would say that we actually have, first of all, we have the abstraction layer. We do need to figure out a way to make it even more abstracted, but I need some more time to think about it. So, and then I guess like step 7 here is like submit to Amazon, submit to Google, which we'll test as well, and then 9 is submit to Hackathon. I mean, we have like all the roots there, right? So let me push this stuff. Handling API calls to Monday API. I also got to make sure that their refresh token stuff works. It should. I don't know how long their tokens live, but we're making the requests. So I'm gonna kind of sit on ways to abstract the GraphQL and then like the data selector stuff for the variables. Maybe I'll use what we've done before in Voicify for like the property selector notation stuff, where basically we can say like what is the GraphQL query and then like what is the JSON property you want to like set this variable to be. So we could be like, show me the third board's name or something like that. I might try that out. So I think that's going to be it for today. We've made a ton of progress on the Hackathon project. We have an Alexa skill. We have a Google action. We have our Monday project set up. We are signing in with our Monday account. We are actually asking for data from Monday that's actually real. We can get the number of boards we have at the very least, as well as like we're getting the rest of that data. So I think going into Sunday, we'll be armed with a bit more. I might make some more progress on that abstraction layer a bit, like basically the call here, this one, the handle generic stuff, and then see where we can go from there. And then Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, come join me. We're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to get it submitted to Amazon and to Google. We're going to submit the actual Hackathon project, and we're going to actually see what we can do to get that Tesla Model X, because I'm coming for it. But this is awesome. We made some great progress. So thanks, everyone, for joining. Thanks for the new follows and for the subs. I will see you all Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So peace out.